And I was like, hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nonsense on the Island of Hot Springs. Click. There we go. Trying to jump into chat. I know, there it is. The boy has entered. Greetings, one and all. Shall drop this over yonder. We're all set and steady to go. So then, I believe last we left off, we gave Ma some information. We were basically leaving Tusk's little camp. And found Dale along the way, beating the piss out of some rats. And you guys are essentially back at your base. It's about noon. Other than that, entirely open to you guys. What's the plan?
I really wanted to go see the statue.
Okay.
Titty elf.
Yes.
Huh?
The titty elf.
Yeah, the titty elf.
The one that Dale is currently standing on.
Yes.
Precisely.
Get
He's
off the
shielding.
titty elf, Dale.
No, he's trying to shield your innocent eyes.
Sure.
I don't
My
need
eyes
the
are
shield.
not innocent, thank you very much.
Why is his face turned towards it now?
He's looking past it. It's a test of his faith.
Yeah,
Titty elf. Hello.
sure.
I see.
Let's go with that.
We're good. So you want to poke at the statue then before you head out?
Like I was actually thinking, because the island is far bigger than we expected, and traveling is going to be an absolute bitch, we need to find some way to travel faster, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's just been thinking of things and asking his friends, of course, but
We should travel
he
faster?
hasn't figured anything out yet. So maybe if you find something that might help with traveling, like, things we can ride.
I was about to say, are there any red elks anywhere?
Unfortunately, there are not.
Damn it.
Not that you
we
see.
have seen.
What about
You got-
ohms?
Any
Right,
what?
the birds.
I mean, Lekka can probably ride a zipbird, yeah?
Oh yeah, maybe.
How big are those, actually?
I believe the zip bird is approximately, let me double check, I think they're 4 feet tall.
Oh, yeah, that'd be for Lekka.
Yeah, I can ride those.
A zip bird is approximately, yes, 4 feet tall. They cannot fly. They don't have wings. Well, sorry, they have wings, but they have wings the same way a chicken does.
Yeah, they're,
It's a
they
chocobo.
can technically fly, but
It's more like a glide.
they
It's
can,
more
they
like a
can ma-
glide.
No, they can make some distance. It's just that they can't stay up forever,
They fall with style.
unlike normal birds. Yeah, but they can go quite a while, actually.
You guys head outward from the boat. And moving onward, you head towards the most obvious waypoint here. There's an absolutely massive statue in the distance, and you guys move closer to see exactly what it is. And as you get closer, you see a massive weathered torso of an elven woman. It rises about 50 feet from the ground. She's ringed with strange little bushes. Besides that, there are branches of other dark green bushes that sag beneath the weight of an abundance of fuzzy orange blooms. The statue's left arm is outstretched, palm up, as if attempting to help a fallen person rise. And as you all get closer, you definitely get an interesting feeling. She is gorgeous, but as I mentioned, dilapidated.
Like just overgrown, or like people have just smacked her around a little too hard?
It doesn't look as if anyone hit her. Now, there's a possibility someone did, but this could just be natural weathering. The right eye of the statue seems to be missing. And I don't mean like the eye, I mean like that orbital socket looks like it was like chunked off and fell. But there are many parts of the body that sort of exhibit the same feature. It's just your eyes are instantly drawn to the face for obvious reasons.
So
Does it
about
look
these,
like a god or anything that we know of?
No. You do not recognize the face.
so about those flowers,
About those flowers.
I'll take one.
You investigate them first,
Indeed.
I mean that too, yes.
and before they're poisonous, and you pick them up.
All right, so Lekka's going to walk over and kind of give him a look real quick.
No,
I mean,
me.
I think,
Or you both are?
did I pick up a herbalist chest thingy, whatever it's called?
I believe one of you did. Not entirely sure
Yeah,
who.
I picked up a herbalist kit. Let's see if I can roll with it.
Technically,
So-
yes. Would anyone else like to look at this flower?
Me?
Go for it.
Just investigate, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, checking out this little bad boy
+0 though.
together, and you see a small... So side note, I'm going to describe things slightly weird. I'm trying my absolute hardest to not use the name of certain things, even though it's written in the description. So if I pause awkwardly, that's what I'm doing. Apologies. All right, this bush looks like a fuzzy orange poinsettia that's been crossed with an opium poppy. I will say you have not seen this plant anywhere else except for here. It very much stands out.
I eat one.
Nice.
For realsies?
For
This
realsies?
is Lekka's way of testing things. Yes.
Okay. Give me a second.
You die.
I hope so. No.
Please kill me.
Let's just say it's complicated.
Oh, great.
You're eating it?
I'm more so tasting it.
Okay. Which part are you eating?
I'm kind of eating it.
I'm basically just the fluffy bit.
Give me
I
one
just stick it
second.
in my mouth, swoosh it
You
around
die.
a bit. Yes, this is poison. Yes, yes. Very addicting.
Yes, actually.
Oh, great.
Like I said, give me a second.
Like the
I-
fact that you
Nice.
described it as an opium poppy didn't help. But
I didn't think you'd put it in your mouth.
of course, Lekka puts it in his mouth. He puts everything in his mouth.
I
Did
was
you not
kind of
learn
expecting
from
this to happen.
the stone that he licked?
This is true. This is true.
Good,
See,
good to know.
you picked the perfect character for this campaign then.
I mean,
Oh,
it's just
no.
his way of testing things, you know?
Indeed.
Until it kills him.
Cobalt tech. If it tastes weird, it's probably weird.
Alrighty. So, the plants has a very unique flavor. I mentioned, I asked before your whole deal with cooking, and you said you're pretty simple. How are you on food and delicacies and such?
Oh, me or Lekka?
Like a
I mean, he's a kobold. He literally just eats whatever the hell he can get, but
okay, so he's not really picky.
he doesn't really go out of his way to get exactly what he wants. He's used to simple gruel, basically.
Oh, like really simple food then.
That's what he was
Nasty.
used to eat, basically. But since then, he has gone on to like eating more normal food like fish, but he doesn't do anything special.
All right, fair enough. So the plant has a very, very floral taste, not really surprisingly. It's also incredibly sweet, but it's like a pungent sweetness. It's almost sickly, but not bad. And you feel different, definitely. Not high, but you definitely have that. There's there's definitely something. There's definitely something there, and I was going to mention this prior, but there are parts of this campaign and things we're going to do here that I wish to tell players secretly. So I will drag you guys off into a room, tell you things, and we'll be back in 2 seconds. So I will tell just you this. Well, no. This is something you would know and probably share with the party. You feel stronger, like magically. Your magic feels more potent. You feel like lightning rippling through you, whether you like it or not.
I mean, in that case, lightning would probably be rippling through him.
Wait, really? I
He
want to eat
starts
one too.
sparking. I mean, you'll just notice me suddenly sparking.
I eat one too.
You own 2? Okay. You feel the
Oh god.
same way. It's a very, once again, a very strange taste. But all the same, it's nice. It's very nice. Your head swims for a moment, but you feel empowered. You feel closer to your god. You feel as if you could almost do anything, actually.
Do I feel the need
I
to keep eating it though?
Not currently, no.
I just see everyone else eating flowers, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, why not? And I eat one too.
Okay.
I turn to the nearest tree.
All right. Thou art producing flame. What is your normal plus on that? So your 2 hit is +3 from your charisma, and then +2 from your proficiency, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that +3 is now a +6.
Oh my god.
So it doesn't necessarily feel stronger, like it does, but you're not really sure how to use this properly. But you feel more clear. The clarity you gain after eating this and using magic is like nothing you've experienced before.
We could definitely sell this. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
I start filling the bag.
All right, you guys just start stuffing it in the bag?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
I mean, I'll take a plant and
Um,
a few like offshoots.
Yeah. Does it look like? Does there look like any seeds in the plant?
Yes, definitely. This is where it naturally grows. Now you're not sure if it needs something specific here to grow, or there just happen to be a ton at this current location. But you haven't seen any anywhere else in the
Find
island.
out, I
They're
guess.
only here. They're also not super obvious. A lot of them are behind the statue or coiling up like the back of the arm. So they weren't immediately apparent upon just kind of perusing about, you definitely could not see them from a distance. While she is indeed 50 feet tall, at least from her stomach up, you still need to get pretty close to see her, as obviously there is brush around her and trees and things of that nature.
One of my vials and just fill it full of seeds.
Is it
The
only
seed-
like growing in that particular spot, or is it like more spread out? It's around the statue in general.
Yeah, it's spread out. It's growing all over the statue, but it looks like it's mostly like kind of growing on the statue. Not vine-like, but similar, if that makes any sense. And then something else, not just the plant, but getting closer to the statue and casting your magic, Sarabi, gathering these plants, the three of you. You all feel, again, and this is not because of the plant, it's almost a proximity to the statue. You feel, once again, a mental clarity. And Sarabi, as with all magics, when you use them, when you do anything, your body, you feel emotionally and physically drained for about a moment. That feeling of drained, of I need to wait a second, recovered very quickly.
Statue is magic, yes.
Indeed.
Lekka would probably be trying to dig up the roots at this point.
Thought you were gonna say lick the statue.
licked the statue. No.
I actually thought that too.
Statue is too big to lick.
Nothing's too big.
I mean,
for
that's
that.
not true.
Cannot fit in mouth.
That's true.
This is day number 3,
No.
right?
Like at this point,
We've been
Lekka's
here?
gone more so convinced that it's something in the ground.
Yeah, should be day 3.
So he's just digging around in the ground, potentially under the statue. Yeah, but in that general area.
Are you digging for anything in
Anything fun.
particular, or are you digging for the plant
He's
specifically, or just
basically
digging?
He's basically digging around the roots, seeing if they draw power from anything specific or if it's something else.
Okay.
Because, well, as far as I know at least, there isn't anything. There's no such thing as like magical plants. They always draw the magic from somewhere.
As you're digging about, of course, you guys receive plenty of plant. Question to everyone: are you taking all of it, or as much as you possibly can, or what are we doing exactly? So there is a fair amount. If you were to try to take all of it, you could obviously put it in your giant chest. You can shove it in your bags.
We have a sled.
You do have a sled. You would damage it
Don't-
slightly.
Don't take
Fill the
all of
chest.
it. Don't take
No.
all of it.
Yeah, sorry, you're leaving
Like,
something.
Like, if
behind?
anything, I would definitely have like stuffed a bag full of the stuff. Like, take like a good bushel of it to show to Ma at least, and bring like 1 plant.
Okay.
Or maybe 2 or 3. I don't know.
I'll just like grab a few and shove it in the chest.
Sounds good.
And
Lekka,
then shove it in my small bag.
while you're digging around, you bump into something hard. It's behind the statue. Your
Like,
nails
how hard
kind
are we
of
talking?
similar to
Is it
stone.
like
Not as hard
super-
as stone.
Oh,
but
dig
similar.
around it, excavate it a bit.
You begin digging around, and you eventually excavate a skull.
Wonderful.
As you-
I'll throw the skull out of the hole.
When you pull it, there's more. The spinal column's also there.
Ooh, keep digging.
There's a dead boy.
You keep digging, and you find an entire body.
Yes, are the roots like going through it?
Yes, they are. And on top of that, there was something in their hand. It looked like to
Oh.
be a leather-bound book that somehow survived.
I'll dig out the
Ooh.
book because that looks interesting.
Yeah, what's in it? I peer over his shoulder.
Sorry you would like this.
I'm basically excavating everything, throwing everything behind me on the ground.
Including the book?
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at it a bit. Oh, interesting. I'll keep digging.
Okay.
I will attempt to
See if
catch
there's
it
anything more.
Okay.
and or pick it up.
All right. As you're digging, kind of toss the book back. Sarabi, what languages do you speak?
Let's see. Common, Sylvan, Infernal, and Leonin.
All right, interesting. So you don't understand what this book says, but you know exactly what it is.
What is it?
As you open this leather-bound book, you realize that it's a form of a pop-up book, in a way. There are about 50 or so total pages, and as you sort of flip through it, you realize that this book details the many sexual exploits of something that you can actually translate this, because it's written out a few different times, something called the Traveling Treven. You can tell, because they are numbered, that it holds about 50 tales in total. There's one displayed at a time on each page. The first page has the table of contents, so you can kind of tell, what each one is. And you can't necessarily tell what it says, but you can tell the organization of it.
Okay, so hold up. What
Yes.
is this?
It's a pop-up sex book.
Oh, Jesus.
If anyone's picking up, Sarabi's perfect. She's laughing, by the way.
I figured.
Yeah.
She's silently
I'll,
squeaking in the corner.
Assuming there's nothing else on the ground, Lekolef jumps out.
She can keep
He's,
that.
he's looking at it as well.
I will squee. Realize you're giving me weird looks and shove it in my bag.
Did
I mean,
anyone
we
get a
wouldn't
look?
be giving you weird
Hey.
looks because we don't know what it is.
Don't steal. I find it's mine.
No, you don't want this. This is for me.
Mm.
Did anyone
the
get a
hell is it?
decently good look at it before she tossed it in her bag?
I mean, I'd be like looking at her while she looks at it, but I wouldn't be looking in it.
she just stole from me. I don't like that.
Hey, you threw it on the ground. I didn't steal.
He was just digging stuff up. He was gonna look at it in a second, probably.
What? No, he
Yes.
doesn't. He's too innocent for this. You are too innocent
What?
for this, Lekka.
I don't know if
37.
that's true.
Lekka's too cute for this.
So what do you mean too innocent? What's in the book?
Like a full-grown adult.
You don't want to find out with me.
Oh God,
Why does that sound so threatening?
because it is.
I mean, while she's distracted, I'm definitely gonna try to take it out of the bag.
Nope.
What do I roll for that? I'm basically being like a sneaky little monkey trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
claw
yeah.
at the
Just a
bag.
little gremlin.
Yeah, so Robbie
Yes.
roll perception and like a roll sleight of hand.
Oh my.
Alrighty. With your sneaky little hands, you're able to kind of like yoink the book out while she's facing Aldrin, saying, you don't want to see it either.
I'll take it and I'll climb the statue with it.
Yes. So Robbie, you do notice him take it, you know when you're fast enough to stop him.
Ah! Give that back! I said you're too innocent for crying out loud.
I'm an adult. What do you
I
mean?
don't care. You're too cute.
I'll
short,
take it
so
as
you're
a
a baby.
compliment.
Are you-
I'll wink, give her finger guns or finger crossbows.
I'm gonna chase after, climb up the statue.
Okay. While you're doing that, like, are you taking a look at the book?
Basically, yeah. See if it's anything I can read or feel anything from it
Okay.
before I open it.
You're
Oh.
well traveled. So, do you speak Elvish?
No, I don't.
No,
think
but you recognize it as Elvish.
I was gonna say, did I recognize the language?
Yes,
So I know
speak
it's Elvish. I
you
just
do
can't
know it's
read it.
Elvish. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's not some like old dead forgotten language or anything. So you do recognize it. You just can't read it.
so. Oh, Elvish, yes. Anyone read?
I do.
I'll throw the book down to Eldrin.
You do? Oh.
Sarabi is halfway up the statue.
I will catch it and look
Yeah.
in the book.
Do you actually speak Elvish?
I'm gonna wait
my
very
God, you
curiously
do.
with my ears back.
And I'm going to read the first page.
Okay, so the way this works is you can flip through the pages,
Oh,
but
boy.
basically nothing happens necessarily. Like when I said pop-up book, that's something that we know. You don't know that. You're just kind of flipping through the pages, and they're like flat descriptions. There's text. There's some images, but they're kind of, as you flip through it, the images are more subtle, like behind the text, flat. They're hard to see, but people are obviously doing various naughty things. As you sort of flip through it, you look at the front, and you can read this pretty well. The table of contents, each chapter, they're numbered, but all the names are just really, really lewd phrases.
Oh.
Like, how do you interpret this? Like, what do you do with it?
I'll just be like, yeah, I'll like read one out loud and then realize what I said and be like, oh.
Okay, so you say something pretty dirty out loud, but you know neither of them understand it. When you do it, though, the book like shakes in your hand and quickly like flip, 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 and the pages flip automatically and it jumps to that page. And you know what you said, Aldrin. Whatever you just said plays out on the page, basically, in pop-up fashion.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I see that from where I am?
Yes.
I squeal and jump down. Let me see.
Lekka's just rolling on the statue, laughing his ass off.
It's basically an Elvis Kama Sutra.
How'd you do that? Can you teach me?
You just gotta say it in Elvish.
I don't speak Elvish.
Well, maybe I'll teach you eventually. Teach
Oh,
you a little bit,
I would very much appreciate that.
but not for this.
Oh! All right, give me it back.
There.
Hold my hand out.
Yeah, so who's gonna hold on to it?
I don't think we should let Sarabi have it.
This is my life. Give it to me.
This
Hey,
is
hey.
your life. I mean, Lekka did find it.
No, give it to me.
Finders keepers. It's mine.
No, you threw it on the ground. Finders, keepers,
He-
pickers, peekers.
He found it. I mean, I'm gonna
What?
hand it to Lekka.
I'm gonna.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'll
attempt-
drink
I'm
and
gonna,
keep it.
I'm gonna
You can
attempt to
read
grab
it.
it.
Make sure to show it to Mado. I'm sure she'll like it.
I don't know if I want to show this to Ma.
No, no,
I'm
trust
going
me.
to attempt to
She'll
grab
like it.
Oh,
Okay,
shit, I'm sure she will.
So, Aldrin, you're still holding on to it?
Yes.
All right. Well, he sees you coming, Sarabi, so trying to yoink it from him is going to be incredibly obvious, obviously.
Fine.
Okay. Aldrin, how badly do you want to hold on to this thing? Are you just going to kind of let her have it, or are you going to play keep away?
I mean, it doesn't matter that much.
If
Peter.
it's gone, then we know that Sarabi took it, so you know.
Yeah. I mean,
How-
I'll try to keep it away from her. I'll just like hold it straight up because I know I'm taller than her.
Okay, yeah, she
All right.
can't get
Hold
it.
it above my head.
Yeah.
Can I
Alright.
can I polymorph into a fox and bite his leg?
Oh,
What the fuck?
Aldrin. Put it in the chest.
Technically, you
That's
can.
not how
yes.
you get the book.
I want the book.
Well,
Put it
that's
in the
not how you
chest.
get the book.
So, are you turning? You're using your one fox polymorph now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it one per long rest?
I think that's how it works. Yeah.
Quick, put it in book. In chest.
I mean,
I have key. I can lock it.
I'll scamper around him and jump.
All right. So Robbie is approaching you in fox form, Aldrin. What do you do?
Put Sarabi in box.
I hold the box open so she jumps in the box.
Do you try dodging the box, Robbie?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not 60 days. That's one. Here we go.
In fact, I'm gonna try to bite his
That
arm
was
now.
Wow.
It's a very heavy box, I would say. But go ahead
I
and
thought we were friends.
You're keeping something from me that I want. Give it.
It's
Uh,
just a book.
It's my
Exactly.
book.
It's just a book. Give it.
You can't even read it.
I don't care.
What am I rolling?
I would say Sarabi, roll your Yokawa with disadvantage.
My Yokawa.
Do you have bite?
I mean, it's probably the same
It's
proficiency
gonna
either
be the
way.
same thing, yeah. And roll with disadvantage because he threw a box in the way. Okay. So
you just end up in the box.
you attempt to dive forward, and him presenting this box to you basically just completely covers up his body, so you're not able to bite him nor really anything else, and you have to kind of like arc your way around, and Aldrin is protected by both box and book currently.
That's an interesting trick.
Small angry fox.
Quick, lockbox.
We-
I mean,
Is Sarabi
it's
in
a
the
straight
box?
up. It's a straight up chest. I have the
It's a
key
chest,
for it.
yeah. You can lock it, yeah.
Is she in the box?
No, I say
Or
she
did-
probably walked around. I mean, do you want to be in the
Okay.
box, Robbie?
No.
Okay, no, she doesn't want to. Then no.
But you've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now I want Fox in the box.
That's a compelling argument.
All right. Can I transform back?
That you very much can.
All right.
Just leave the stupid book talk for later. We're in
And
the
I'm-
middle
I'm-
of the jungle on this
I'm gonna
island.
stalk off. I'm gonna stalk off.
Okay,
angrily.
bye.
Wait, I'll stop her.
What?
I propose deal. You can have book if you teach me trick later on.
What trick?
We'll see.
I'll even teach you how to read it.
Mm, fine.
Trust me, it won't be trick from book.
Yeah, that's
I
what
would
I'm
hope
good at.
not.
I can't teach you how to become a fox. Just so you know, that's a kitsune thing.
No.
Okay.
Lekka is working on something, and he knows that. Well, your particular magic can be useful.
Okay.
As you guys are sort of putting on this display and being quite loud, we'll say,
Oh no.
I'll ask the three of you to roll perception with disadvantage.
Did you just rando roll something?
Never.
You jerk.
Easy disadvantage.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, we're doing disadvantage?
Yes.
Not terrible.
Because we're kind of being dumb. This
Alright.
is your fault, Sarabi.
It's your fault.
It's only after you rolled an 8, Sarabi, because you're not paying any attention.
Aldrin rolled a 19.
Yes, because he's very focused. He doesn't want to look at this book.
Yes. He's the only one actually paying attention.
Only Aldrin sees, just past you all, you've gained the ire of some beasties. It's a second to see exactly what they are, but you hear the telltale, like, and you
Oh.
realize that there's a boar. These are not the tamed boars that you saw before. Those were a little less weathered looking, we'll say, and maybe a little tastier. These ones look angry, and they don't look like they're interested in being eaten. In fact, it's quite the opposite. From this distance, you can tell within a flash, Aldrin, that they have the three of you set and marked to attack.
I'm screaming boar.
Okay. There's at least 9 that you can see, and they're approximately 9. They're approximately 20 feet long and 10 feet tall.
Oh my god.
They are
Shit, that's a big boar.
huge.
Those are some thick lads.
Yes, they are absolutely gargantuan.
I'm going to
A
run
big
up the
boar.
statue.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna run up the statue.
You're gonna run up the statue?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said she's
Nin-
really tall, right?
She's 50 feet tall, yeah.
Is she easy
Ninja
to
run up the statue.
climb for a boar?
I can't tell you
I
that.
All right, is she easy for us to climb?
Relatively. When you have time, yes. Now that you're rushing up it, less easy, but you're more than welcome to do so. You did it before.
All right, I'm gonna climb up as high as I can go.
Are we currently on like the back side of the statue or the front side?
I would say you guys are on the right side of the statue, like where her arm is going underground,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because that's effectively where you guys were. Aldrin and Lekka, you see Sarabi go to scale this statue immediately. What do the two of you do?
Was I still on top of the statue myself?
I believe so. Did you move?
I don't think so.
Aldrin?
I'm just kind of like pulling my weapons out.
Okay.
Get ready, because I'm assuming they're gonna charge before I can do anything.
They're like mid, I'm charging. You technically have the chest out in front of you and you're holding onto the book. What are you doing with that situation?
Well, I'm shoving the book in the chest real quick and closing it and
Okay.
putting it back on my back.
Sarabi, since you're trying to instantly scale this, go ahead and roll me. Use athletics. That makes no sense.
Oh,
Hey, you rolled a 14 minus 1. That's a 13. Not bad. You begin to scale this statue, but it's indeed 50 feet tall, so it's going to take you a good second to actually get up there. You don't slip necessarily, but your feet are finding trouble getting a foothold on this thing. Lekka, you're already at the top of this statue, and Aldrin, you're getting ready to draw your weapons and do business with these boars, but you can tell from the distance that these, you've never seen anything this big before. They are very angry looking, and they are very large.
Aldrin, get up here!
Yeah. Since you saw them first, Aldrin, what are you doing?
I guess since everyone else is running, I will also try to run.
You're going to climb too?
Yeah.
Okay, go and roll the same thing, athletics.
Not great.
Not great. 11. You begin to start to climb, and...
Use a fate point. Oh, wrong game.
Wrong game, but you
Fate point.
you do technically... I mean, they kind of work the same way. You begin to climb, and you're struggling to find a foothold, unfortunately, from this side. And the boars charge. All 9 of them, and you think there actually might be more. They're huge,
Oh boy.
they're angry, they're sweaty, and you can smell them from here, and they are flying forward.
Why are
Like
they
it.
sweaty though?
Stinky-ass jungle.
Fair.
Lekka being at the top, Sarabi on her way up, Aldrin kind of slipping and, beginning to gain a foothold. Reminder that it is indeed 50 feet high. They'll be on you in, like, the next action. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm casting Fog Cloud
Where are you casting it?
on the floor so they can see it, but we can see down, basically.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
let's say at the base of the statue.
You create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners, and the area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration, or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it. And it's a 20-foot, 120 feet from you, and then 20-foot sphere. Okay, it's not a 20-foot sphere, it's a 30-foot sphere. So you were expecting 20-foot smoke, you got 30-foot smoke. It's pleasantly larger than you were expecting, which is nice. But all the same, the smoke begins to sort of billow and billow, and they are charging where they saw Aldrin last. There are some of them charging directly at you, Sarabi, probably attempting to scale this statue. What do the two of you do? Now that Lekka sort of dropped this smoke.
Could I use thaumaturgy to make the sound? Can I do like a loud, sudden thunder strike to maybe spook them into running?
You definitely can, yeah.
Can I do it like maybe right in the center of the herd?
Sure.
Because it says from a point within range.
What's the
30
range?
feet. Can I do it in front of them?
So
That's
it's-
closer to me.
It's 30 feet, right? Is the range?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are climbing. That means you need to be like sitting on a point, because you need to use your hands and everything to like cast spells and shit.
Nuh-uh, this one's just verbal.
Oh, it's just verbal.
Yeah, it just says
Thaumaturgy?
V.
Okay, if
Yeah,
it's just
thaumaturgy's only verbal.
if it's just verbal, perfect, then you can definitely do that. So as you're climbing, you do know that the spell will not reach your intended destination, except, as I mentioned before, you do feel empowered. So it actually will. It'll be closer to the base of the statue, maybe 5 feet out, if that works for you.
That works.
All right. Well, what precisely are you doing? Just a loud, like, thunder.
Yeah, I want to see if I can scare them by a loud, sudden noise.
Okay. So while you're waiting to cast that, Aldrin, what are you doing?
Wait.
Yes.
Are you saying thunder?
Yeah, I believe so.
Guess so.
You will hear Lekka screaming very loudly from the top of the statue.
What is he yelling?
Ah!
Like he's
It's thunder, so he's scared.
He's scared, yeah.
Why do you do this to our
He's
boy?
just frantically looking up the sky. Where?
As you see Sarabi cast this and Lekka start to freak out after he casts the spell, Aldrin, what do you do?
So I didn't go anywhere trying to climb, basically.
Well, you've done one, so you can do one more thing before they're on you,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, I don't really want to get charged by a shitload of boars, so I think I should just try to climb again. I'll just go for that. And
Sure.
I believe. No. All right. Well.
Inspiration?
See you guys later.
Don't we have some
I get-
inspiration?
You have 3, yeah.
Inspiration.
I guess I'll use one.
Okay.
We
I only
always
have a
forget
plus
about
2.
them.
But... Okay, that's better.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah.
You
All
just
right.
have to do something cool now to make it better.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Something cool.
Oh shit.
As you begin to climb, Aldrin, you know that you are, fortunately now, out of the range of these boars. That would have been very, very bad to slip and fall at this point in time. The thunder only stops them for a moment, Sarabi. They look around, they see this billowing smoke, they hear this screaming kobold, and one of them sort of charges by, and its tusk grates up against the side of the statue, right where your legs just were, Aldrin. You can feel them breathing below you. Looking about, the area is heavily obscured, and they can't necessarily tell where you guys are, but they know you're up. They know you're on this statue. Some of them look like they kind of backed a little bit, Sarabi, so they're pausing for a moment, so they lost their momentum. But they kind of step back, and then they charge again, and one of them kind of rams the statue as you're still trying to climb it.
Hey! Damage this beautiful goddess!
I say
Something it's a
Sarabi,
goddess.
Sarabi and Aldrin, you guys are about the same like height up the statue. You're relatively close to her shoulders, so you can keep climbing, do something else, but the boars are trying to get you down. They're like mindlessly charging at it. Some are missing, some are like running around it. They're trying to like run through the smoke and kind of get out of it, get back in it, and they're trying to figure what's going on. But they're definitely confused.
So if I do continuous thunderbursts, will that scare them away?
Potentially.
Maybe.
Why do you hate me?
Lekka's just terrified at the top of the statue.
I wish to do continual thunderbursts.
Okay, so
Oh
I
my
will say,
God.
with you doing that, Lekka, if you want to fully lean into that, you can just completely skip your, turn, if you will, for this round of assistance if Sarabi's going to keep spamming this. That's up to you.
Well, I was gonna drop a rope, but apparently there's thunder, so, good luck with that. I'm currently
Okay.
flat on the statue,
All right.
Sorry.
So Lekka's
trying
freaking
not
out.
to get hit.
He's freaking out at the top of the statue while Sarabi, you're basically just spamming the sound of thunder, attempting to either piss off or drive away or something at the boars. You want to get rid of them. Aldrin, how about you?
I just feel bad for Lekka. Poor
Empathy.
boy being abused.
I mean, you're just hearing him scream, "Why is it thundering? There are no clouds! Make it stop!"
Well, I mean, I can pew pew at them, but that doesn't seem to be the plan here, so I will also thaumaturgy and make
Hey!
it sound like thunder. Just more of it.
I mean, the pew pew might work. They might think they got hit by lightning.
I mean, I guess. I will try to Sacred Flame one of them then.
Okay, do you need your hands for that?
Verbal Somatic, yes. But
All
I
right.
have Warcaster, so I don't know if that changes it.
I think you need
'Cause I
one
can-
hand for that, technically.
No, not with Warcaster normally. Perform somatic components of spells when you have weapons or shield in both hands.
So technically, you
I don't
can't
know.
hit you can't hit any
Technically,
of them
no.
because they're in a heavily
Oh, yeah, they're
obscured
in fog.
area. They're in fog,
All right,
so you actually can't target
more
them.
thunder.
More
Yeah.
thunder.
More thunder.
I would say if one dipped out for a second, you could attack with disadvantage because they're kind of in and out, in and out, in and out. But yes, indeed,
Well-
more thunder. As you're sort of doing
Let me
this,
roll, is it more a Constitution check or like a Wisdom check to find if I can weather this?
I'd say wisdom.
A
And
save or a check?
save, yeah, save, and we'll say it's 10 just to be equal with the concentration. Jesus, 22.
Lekka realizes that the thunder is not real. and he's trembling towards the edge, just looking down what's causing it.
You can see your two teammates.
Spots the two friends, quotation marks, gets angry. Stop making noise! And he throws down a rope.
Try to get him to run away.
Not with lightning or thunder.
I mean, it's not real. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
So basically, I'm throwing down a rope right now.
Okay,
I've secured it on something.
sure.
You put it on the booba.
Well, he's on the head, so probably the ear.
I mean, yeah.
The booba.
So
The
Robbie,
head
you
booba.
can you
No,
can
the
mount
booba's
off
too
the.
big. I can't put it around that.
That's true. You can jump off the booba, Sarabi, if you want. Parkour off the booba.
And I guess that's my turn. Yeah.
Become
Sure.
one with booba.
All right.
I'll back her off the booba.
All right, as you guys are casting more and more of just thunderous sound, just cracking and cracking, Lekka finally comes to and throws a rope down for you guys to grab onto. And as he does, you notice one or two of the boars actually kind of just piss off and just leave, but the others are angrily just ramming this statue.
God, so rude.
And as you guys are climbing up, Sarabi, you think you maybe feel, like before you grabbed onto the rope, that is, you thought you felt something brush up against your leg. And as you sort of glance down as you're climbing, you notice that they are trying to get up the statue. They're like running and then basically just using their momentum to like clop, 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 and then they just kind of, they barely make it to said booba, and then they slide back down. And they're like trying the side, then they're trying the back, then they're trying all these different angles to try to run up this thing. But climbing up this rope, the three of you are technically safe on top of this elf's head.
Booba.
I mean, I guess now we
Wrong-
attack,
Wrong
right?
side, Eldrin.
I feel safer down here.
Safe in the bosom of mother. Lekka needs to get his inspiration point back, so he's gonna do something cool, hopefully. Lekka's at this point basically just looking at them angrily, still trembling. If you're going to scare Lekka with thunder, do it correctly, and he'll jump down and he'll cast, as he gets like to the level of the boars, he'll
Ooh.
cast Thunderclap,
You little show off.
and he'll use his 10 feet of flight to basically fly back 10 feet up onto the rope, away from the danger,
That's horrifying.
and then climbs the rope.
Alrighty.
It's a loud actual thunderclap this time. Hits maybe potentially something.
Maybe something.
Can I produce flame at the same time?
You can target them as they're coming up, so do that with a disadvantage.
Or they'll take one entire thunder damage.
You strike and annoy them, but if anything, you just annoy them. And on the way back up, Lekka, I'm going to say go ahead and do me a dex save. So as you are moving your way back up, you do make it back.
The fog dissipates.
But yeah, fortunately, you do indeed make it back, but one of its tusks rips up against the side of your leg. And indeed, for a second, your concentration is broke and the fog dissipates, which technically allows Sarabi to...
Honestly, the
that?
fog
7 plus...
potentially already dissipated when they were throwing thunder.
Yeah, honestly, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. So we will say the fog will dissipate around the same time Sarabi shot her little produce flame Kitsune bee. And you do indeed strike one of them, but once again, it seems more annoyed than anything else. And looking down, you can tell these beefy sons of bitches still want to fight, seem pretty hungry, and your fog is gone.
They're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising.
Good luck climbing up the statue.
They form Boar Voltron and walk up the statue.
Nah.
Lekka flexes his thumbs.
Not
You're
the
flexing
thumbs.
you're flexing your thumbs?
Yeah,
What's that mean?
As you
because
do.
boar don't have thumbs. They can't climb.
Okay.
I thought you were flexing at us.
No, of course not. You also have thumbs.
I mean, yes, but
I'm
yeah.
flexing a different finger your way.
Oh, please stop.
Oh my.
Not that finger.
Robbie might like that one. stop.
No, I don't. You're too innocent for that.
You're too innocent.
I'm talking about the middle finger,
It's
man.
like 30 something.
Yes.
No, Lekka's too cute.
Just permanently cast enlarge on yourself and there, I'm an adult.
That's how that works, right?
Yes.
Totes.
Exactly. So with these beasts below you guys, they look, well, they clearly can't get up the statue this way. So they're kind of looking at you, not entirely sure what to do, but they are hungry. What are you guys doing?
I mean, if they can't get up, are we within range to just pew them to death?
Yeah. The statue's 50 feet tall. You guys are 50 feet high, so...
Guess we just You pew them to death.
I would like to target.
I'm just watching Sarabi, expecting her to go for the chest
Okay.
that has the book in it.
Wow, rude.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. You would do that.
Not only if I saw an opening, which currently there shouldn't be one.
Correct.
All I'm thinking about is keeping this away from you. Because we're not being bored anymore.
I'm never forgiving you.
I was going to teach you how to read it. We had a deal.
Never trust a demon.
Would Bane help here?
You can target 3, yeah. Is that what you're attempting to do? Kind of like weaken 3 of them?
Yeah.
Sure. That's a, what is it? Con? Wisdom?
They must make charisma saving throws.
All right, what's the save? 13 or... As you cast this, you see 3 of them all fail and become slightly more ornery, but you notice that their rams against the side of the statue are seemingly weaker.
Guys, target those 3! Suckers.
Sure. Lekka throws an oil flask at one of the 3.
Okay.
Specifically, if he's there, the one that attacked me.
If you just roll a dex check for just a throw, that works fine. Alrighty, you throw this oil, but despite how many there are, you somehow miss all of them directly, but it does land under them. They don't really seem to pay it any mind. Now, it didn't. It missed
Anyway, the
them.
ground is on fire.
It's on the floor, yeah. It's on the floor, and
Light,
there's oil
light
everywhere.
net.
Does produce
Yes.
flame catch stuff on fire?
I think so.
I mean, it is fire.
I will produce flame.
Were you doing anything in the meantime, Aldrin? Since you already cast Bane, Sarabi?
I mean, I don't see a reason to, like, bless anyone. I think we're all fine. I mean, I'll give Lekka a good touching. He needs a good touching.
Give him a quick heal.
Have some touch.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, Lekka gets that good touch, and Aldrin heals him back to his full. And you shoot this little flamey. Oh, they rolled max damage. Wonderful. Are you aiming at the boars or the floors, Sarabi?
The floor. Where
floors.
Floorboards.
I'm trying to aim for where he shot it.
Alrighty. So you fire that
Quotation mark shot is.
straight down, and the boars know to move because they can see you guys throwing things down. Fortunately for you, you weren't aiming at the boars, you're aiming at the floor. And as you do, the oil just erupts. It burns the various grass that's around the statue. It burns some of the other plant that you happen to shove into the orange plant. Some of that begins to burn that you left behind. And the boars start kind of like freaking out. You see them starting like they're trying to stamp it. They're trying to stamp it. They're like blowing on it with their big old noses, and they can't really get it out. One of the boars like arms catches on fire, and it starts like it's like freaking out, and then just runs off into the forest. And you see catches a bush as it kind of runs off, and the other boars kind of like move about, and they're trying to like roll the fire out if they can. The fire that the other boar spread, but looking at this
around in the oil
general situation, the oil they're trying to stamp out with their feet. But they're unable to do so, and they kind of start they're freaking out because this is right under the statue where you guys are, and they're looking up to you, and you can tell that they're angry, but they know they can't get to you, and this fire is not doing them any favors. So it takes a good second. There's a stare down. The boys are looking at you guys like they're waiting for you to break, or maybe to show that we're not scared.
I got my tongue in
I'll sit here
raspberry.
all night.
I'm just pointing at the one that attacked me angrily.
After some time, maybe a minute of just staring you guys down, they slowly kind of back up, and then just like clop back into the woods.
Do they leave as a group, or is there like one left? Because if there's one, that's a lot of meat.
They leave as a group.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, what pretty stars. I don't want to leave right
Stars?
now.
And there you guys stand with
I'm looking at the sky like, it's noon. What stars?
I don't want to
Oh,
leave
gosh,
right
no.
now.
It's like-
They could be waiting
like
to
far.
ambush us right past the trees.
I don't think boars are that smart.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure they're not that smart. I mean,
That-
we
that
can wait a
glare
little
was
longer if you
pretty
want.
intense.
They tried to
It's
put out the
fine.
fire. That's pretty smart for a boar.
Yeah, they're pretty smart.
That's fair.
I recommend we stay here and listen and wait. So, Aldrin, you want to
God.
start teaching me?
What? We haven't done our deal yet. You're supposed to teach Lekka something. Then I will.
Fine.
No, that's fine.
Did you decide yet?
I won't need your help until mechanical reason why, which is next level.
Oh,
Hey.
next level.
Yeah.
I know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
I'm completely clueless.
Give me
Well.
all your cleric spells.
I will Open up to one page and teacher the one page in Elvish.
Ooh, I'm a very diligent learner.
Yeah,
Excellent.
how diligent are you? Roll for it.
Roll for it.
Digilance? Diligence? Diligence.
D20 or something
Digigilance.
specific.
Roll and, yeah, might as well.
I mean, we know Kiara is kind
very
of
good with
good
books.
with language.
I feel like
but is her
Sarabi should
sister.
be the opposite, but you know.
Should be,
Yep.
Nah.
It is.
No, this should be advantage. It's learning about sex. I'm interested in
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Damn it.
Well, so the question is, are you trying to learn the actual word itself or the contents? The contents you pick up very easily.
I mean both. But I need to learn the word in order to repeat it. So I want to know this specific word. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes.
So
the
in,
word
in
is
the end, she learns how to repeat it perfectly, but she doesn't know what it means.
I mean, I
You can
understand the
assume.
concept of what it means.
Yeah. So effectively, you basically know what this word like summons effectively, if that makes any sense. You know exactly what's going to happen,
And
but
with the pictures, I should know what it means.
yes, so that part you fully understand. The problem is you don't know how to pronounce it precisely, just because it's a somewhat difficult language.
Damn it.
So I added the item to your inventory, Aldrin. It's just called the Traveling Driven.
Oh boy. Very important. It has to have a book icon.
Very important. As you guys are chilling up here and you're sort of showing Sarabi this book, you sort of grasp, we'll say, the first of 50 chapters. Sarabi, you understood the contents of the book, but the word is really difficult to repeat for some reason.
Sarabi's just basically watching a video, softcore porn, as we are doing something else.
Yes.
I hate every second of this.
I mean, you could
Lekka
realistically just...
decides to ignore it despite his side glances and, I guess, tries out his herbalist kit some more.
Yeah, realistically...
Kind of like having the talk with your child. It's like, oh god, why?
Yeah, you could realistically just tell her the word, then, here, have it. Don't talk to me. That very much works.
Yeah, that works.
And during all this
True.
time, the horrors are gone. You guys do know that you are indeed safe. And as mentioned, yeah, it's around 4 o'clock.
Does Lecker have a spyglass?
I don't
Like,
think
he
it's
would
too
be
weird.
the kind of person that basically tells everyone and everything that he is a captain, so like showing it off potentially, yes. But it's like a small spyglass, so you know.
Yeah, I would say you have one. That definitely makes sense for your character. And if you didn't happen to have one on you, you could just ask Mom for it, because as she said, you guys give her shit, she'll give you stuff.
He has like one of those tiny pockets of spyglasses on him.
Do you see anything? Any, boar shapes in the trees?
Well, we're 50 feet up. The only thing I see is the canopy of the trees, honestly.
Nice.
That's about right.
The forest is quite thick.
Sad face.
I mean, I guess I can see if there's any like disturbances in the trees or something. Like trees
You-
being hit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
shoved aside.
You definitely see, so you can see them leaving while Sarabi is learning about this book. You can, they're so large that it's difficult for them to mask their presence, but you can kind of gather they don't really care. But looking about, they are moving southward and away from you guys, and the second part of the pack moved northward. The forest is always moving. You can always hear animals. They are absolutely just, I wouldn't say chock full of them, but there's plenty. Nothing that's looking your guys' way, nothing that's attempting to attack you. So you do believe you're safe. And while you guys are waiting, as I mentioned before, you do feel somewhat empowered. And each of you can recover 1 spell slot.
Ooh.
Oh boy, one spell slot that I didn't use.
1 spell slot of your choice.
I've only used one.
I've already used one.
There you go.
Oh, I
Okay.
know I
Yeah,
did
I
use
think
one
so.
to. I did use one to heal Lekka.
You did. There you go. Other than that, you guys know you're safe.
I will climb down the
Okay.
booba.
Okay.
Climb,
Congratulations.
specifically the booba.
Yeah,
I
sure.
may pause to admire the booba.
It's a pretty good one.
Like
A pretty good one, not 2.
Jump down and use his gust cantrip to not take damage.
The official art has one covered in like a shaw. Have you guys ever seen the really, really like insanely detailed human anatomy statues where they are wearing like silks?
Yes.
She has like a silk shawl on. So now that you're this close, Sarabi, the detail's actually breathtaking. Minus you guys, almost getting murdered, and this thing being very clearly old. The effort put into the statue, like the actual beauty here on display, is quite nice.
Do I happen to see any like symbol or name or carving or something that might indicate who it was or who made her?
Not that you can see displayed out in the open now, unfortunately.
Oh, my beautiful goddess. Who was that man buried underneath your butt?
Good
Oh,
question.
God.
I'm
That's about where it
inspecting the
was.
corpse.
Not like this.
Looking at the corpse, Lekka, it's just bone, unfortunately. There were no
Yes.
clothes or anything remaining.
Is it like distinctly
The
a
height,
creature?
so yeah, the height of the person, is about Aldrin, a little shorter than Aldrin.
And his clothes, was he an adventurer?
No clothes.
Oh.
Yeah. The only thing that survived was this book.
Oh, okay.
Like, would the anatomy of an elf be different than that of a human? Like the bones shape?
I don't know. I don't know if you would
thickness?
know that, but if
Probably
you,
not.
yeah, you can make it. It's a safe assumption this is probably an elf.
Considering the book was elvish, yes. Considering the statue is elvish, also yes, by the way.
Yeah, that logically that tracks.
All right, well, hop down. Let's go. In about 5 days, I'm gonna have to start worrying about food.
Well, fortunately, the forest is full of that.
No, food.
There's plenty of boar.
Oh,
What do you mean?
yeah, you're good. No, well, you don't want that.
I know, but Lekka doesn't. He just knows that she goes off in the night doing things.
I only need to do it once a week, but I need to do it.
I mean,
Well,
he knows. He's a captain. He understands.
there's plenty of people here. You'll be good.
Yeah, but I gotta find them and then seduce them. So
So much
I mean,
effort.
On the
if
plus
yeah,
side,
too much
I'm
so
effort.
sure
hard for
most of
you.
them haven't seen a woman in like years, so you know.
Good point. Might be easier
I'm
than
sure
I
it's not
thought.
hard.
Anyway, can we go in the direction away from the boars?
I mean, were we going to go after the other group that left, or are we going somewhere else? Because we do know that the direction they went is dangerous, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
They went southwest, right? Along the coast, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we could also go north, go to the actual ogre village, but
Well, up to you guys.
Yeah, let's go north.
Oh,
sure.
have we explored everything here? I don't think so.
In this little
Probably not.
Yeah.
in this
area?
particular one, you've seen item 1, item 2, and you know everything about item 2, and you haven't seen item 3 yet.
Do we know what item 3 is?
You do not. You'd have to basically buckle down and say, we want to keep looking.
So we can't see it from where we are or where we were.
Correct. Yeah, the point of the
Okay.
exploration phase is to find what that thing is. So I think each of the Texas is like 4-ish miles across, or I think it's 2 miles from the center in each direction, so that's a lot of ground to cover.
Sure. Let's explore this little area.
You want to keep looking around?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Increase the time to about 8 o'clock, around that time at least. And as you guys begin to move about the area, further away from the elven decaying statue, as mentioned before, the boars are gone, so you guys are safe, and you're moving fairly quietly through the woods. You eventually come across a basalt formation that rises from the black sand, well above the tide line. It's about 10 feet high and 20 feet in diameter. It resembles a tree stump. Chunks of this basalt lie in piles at the base, and twisted gray tubular plants grow up from the ground throughout the area. They look like massive stone stumps. If you look at the image here, it's kind of like those little things there.
There's a lot of
Where-
weird
Where Aldrin is.
Basalt, you say?
weird plants in this place. Is there a lot of these formations?
Oh yeah, tons.
Are they actually tree shaped?
Yeah, they look like trees from a distance. When you come up close, they're stone.
So do they basically look like, what are they called? The smoke pipes from underground geothermal activity or something?
Very much so, yes.
Like smoke, well, not necessarily comes out of it, but can come out of it every
Yeah.
once in a while.
As a reminder, the first place you guys ran into, it's literally called the Steaming Beach. It's a 1,000-foot shoreline that's just black sand and steam.
I mean, Lekka being a kobold would advise everyone not to go too close to them because that's dangerous. If you fall in those, you're not coming back. I guess I would say anything that isn't normal for places like this.
Considering that nothing here is too normal, the
More abnormal than
yeah,
usual.
the plants definitely stick out more than anything.
More plants. Lekka goes over there and uses his herbalist kit again.
Go ahead and move on in and give him a little look. See,
I'm thinking we need to have like a little transportable mini greenery
Mm-hmm.
of all the plants we find.
And assuming they don't look poisonous, guess what Lekka's doing?
I honestly can't say.
Definitely not licking
I
it.
honestly have no idea what he could possibly do.
He's making Sarabi eat it now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As you begin to look around this area, it takes a good minute to, get closer to these plants. And as Lekka's looking at them, maybe in your focus, you don't notice it at first, but Sarabi and Aldrin, you guys feel a little sick. Your head starts to kind of swim a little bit. And after observing this plant for a moment, Lekka, you sort of begin to feel the same. Upon looking at these plants, though, you can see that there's something near the western side of one of these formations. There's a bunch of yellow ferns, it looks like. And as you move over to this western side, you can see that there's multiple, what seem to be lilies, possibly? And as you look around, you sort of see what seems to be a trapdoor or something? And it's like pushed past the plants. And they're really only here. So it almost looks like they were planted here or something's causing them to grow just over this little trapdoor.
When you say sick, what do you mean specifically?
Woozy. Your head's swimming a little bit.
Yay.
And it happened as we are approaching the plants, or?
As you guys have been sort of walking throughout the forest, it's been kind of getting to you. You don't know if it's proximity to the plant or if it's something else. You're more welcome to test it, though, of course. You haven't looked just yet. I will say Sarabi and Aldrin haven't walked towards it, and they haven't vocalized this just yet, but they also feel sick.
Ask them. Do you guys also feel lightheaded?
Don't feel great.
Yes. It is the closer we get to these plants, the worse we feel, right?
No. Seems time. No.
Oh.
Lekka got the closest. He's the only one really looking at them.
In that case, Lekka's just gonna like sniff the air. Specifically, can you smell like sulfur or something?
You smell salt. Definitely
Salt.
sulfur. Yeah. Which is not really too surprising considering where you are, but it's nothing different really. Being closer to the shoreline now, kind of obvious, why you smell what you smell. But that's basically it. Nothing is sticking out to you really. And the more you think about it, the more woozy you start to feel. And let's do this one at a time.
Oh no.
We'll start with Mr. Aldrin. We'll pop up into a chat. I guess don't listen, babe, to the best of your ability.
Don't listen?
Preferably.
Keep your ears closed.
Close your ears for a second, I guess. All right, I have soul in you. All right, roll me a d20. Do you have one on your table?
I do. You don't want me to roll it in Foundry?
No, just roll it. Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. Oh, fun. Okay. For the next, until I tell you,
Oh boy.
you cannot speak in the presence of any person or thing that could understand you.
Well, muting my mic.
have fun with that. So obviously you can like motion to them, but you can't speak.
Yeah.
So have fun with that. All right, waifu, your turn.
Okay.
So I want you to roll me a flat d20 and roll it to GM blind. 19. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you prepared? Okay. You reek. Your odor is pungent enough to kill insects and small animals and make children vomit.
What?
Your skin begins to smell. You notice it first, and it slowly gains in potency. It's not an initial that it's you smelling.
What?
But you begin to kind of like sniff yourself, and you go, "What the hell's that smell?" Because you guys are looking around, as they mentioned, they're sniffing for something, and you're like, "Something was awful." And you kind of smell it. You smell your
What's that smell?
You smell your arm, and it's you. It smells really bad. It's not great.
Okay.
All right, next. Yoink.
It can't be that bad, right?
Hello, good sir. She just screamed. Okay.
Oh, nice.
There's an option for private GM roll in Foundry. Go ahead and do that, and just roll me a flat d20. Or if you happen to have a d20 on you, yeah.
Nice.
One. They're all just different options. Don't worry. All right, let's see. For you, my friend, this effect will last until I let you know otherwise. You hear the sound of bees buzzing constantly. If you want to just Google bees buzzing and play that video. No, don't do that. But basically, you hear bees while you're sniffing out whatever this something is. You don't really know entirely what it is. But as you're smelling, you hear like a bzzz, bzzz, bzzz in your ears, and it gets louder and louder and louder until it is almost impossible to ignore. It is annoyingly loud, I will say. And I'll let you know when this effect goes away.
All right.
All right, and then back into chat. Alrighty, I'm back.
Okay, we're all back.
Yes, okay. The effect I told you about will go away when I let you know.
I shriek.
Okay.
I shriek and back away from everyone.
I'm huddling the ground, frantically looking around. This doesn't make sense.
I'm just like waving my hands in front of everybody.
What are you
What are you
doing?
waving at?
I just keep
It's
waving.
not me.
I like point to my mouth and then do like an X with my arms.
What?
You can't
The hell are
talk.
you talking about?
I do the same thing.
Get on the floor. Where are they coming from?
Where's what coming from?
The bees! Can you hear them? Oh God! I don't know. Did you hear them? They're around here somewhere. Yes, there are.
Oh my god.
Which way's the wind blowing?
Oh, the way you said that. Yeah. Aldrin and Lekka, where are you guys standing in proximity to Sarabi?
I mean, she jumped away from us, right?
Yeah.
So how far away did she jump?
Yeah. I mean, we'd only be like a few feet apart.
I wish to use all 9 of my tails to determine the direction of the wind.
Okay. You can deter. You know what? We'll just roll a d4. There we go. All right. The wind is blowing south.
I go downwind from them.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Can we leave, please? I really need a bath.
Yes, we need to leave right now. Where is the ocean?
Very close to you guys, actually. You
Yeah,
guys are
see,
pretty close to the
are we
shoreline.
are we standing basically on like a cliff to the ocean or something?
There are various cliffs. They're not hazardous. You guys could easily descend them if you needed to. It'll take like
no,
one,
I'm
one or
jumping
two,
down.
and then yeah. You guys can easily
If there's
jump down
water
them.
below them, I'm jumping down.
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%.
Into the water we go.
All right.
It's not I'm pulling out a bar of soap first.
Okay.
And then I'm jumping.
All right.
She casually has a bar of soap on her. What?
You bet.
I honestly, I could see that. I could very much see that.
It's like soap and a rope hanging from a tail.
You like hide it between your tails, so when you're disarmed, you just like whack people with soap.
Yes.
Like I suggest, you don't try to wash yourself in ocean water. By the way,
I don't care.
especially near a semi-active volcano.
I don't care.
All right, have fun with your sulfuric fur then, I guess.
Works for me. As long as it doesn't stink.
What do you mean stink?
I'll never find a lover this way.
From where the two of you are, she's trying to hide downstream, if you will, downwind. But you do, both of you, get a waft of just this awful rotting smell for a moment.
No.
While she's panicking.
I just like hold my nose like, oh god.
Ah,
It is really, really bad.
Ladies don't stink.
Can I throw up?
Yeah.
roll Constitution save.
You may choose to
gonna
puke,
roll
or
it.
you can roll con and then puke if you roll under 10.
I hate you
I
guys.
puke.
I'm gonna shriek some more and rub the soap harder.
All right, you continue trying to clean yourself, Sarabi, but the smell's not going away. It's reached like peak pungency, but it's not stopping.
I just like point towards the ship.
Lega's like half submerged like a crocodile trying to find the bees.
All right, now, if it's actually getting worse, I'm gonna hop out of the water and just run.
Where are you going?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I like direct her towards the ship.
I'm waiting for
I just,
Aldrin
like,
to
grab
also
her
jump
and
into the
point her
sea.
towards the ship.
Okay. Are you running towards the ship, Sarabi, or just running into the forest?
I mean, I'm
Did-
trying to grab her so she's not just running
Yeah.
into the forest.
Are you holding your breath, Aldrin?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
As
lots,
much as I can. I'll like get a sniff in. I'll be like, ugh.
there's lots of people by the ship.
As you're motioning for her to go over to the ship, Aldrin, you hear sort of a plop to your right.
I'm not really motioning. I'm kind of like grabbing her and like pointing her, like turning her so she's facing the direction we would have to go to get to the ship. But I will check towards the plop.
You look and you see a dead rat just laying on the ground with its
Oh,
like leg up.
Recently dead rat?
Yeah, and then you look to your left and you
Oh,
see
God.
a frog just kind of hop and then fall off of a leaf and just drop dead.
They're dying from the stink. Oh God.
Is that me?
I just give up on trying to say
Opposite direction of the ship. Opposite direction.
Can I like grab her?
Opposite
I'm just watching all of this from the.
I'm about to say, what are you doing?
I'm
I'm
just
literally
gonna
still
try to, like,
laying in the water.
direction.
I mean, do I still hear it?
It's not going away, yeah. I'll let you know when it stops, yeah.
I'm staying on
Before-
water.
Okay.
Before she runs off, I just want to like grab her,
No! Everything's dying!
and I'm just gonna start walking back towards the ship.
I'm gonna scream and throw a temper tantrum the whole way there.
I'll follow them swimming.
Alright, you have a wriggling
Swimming.
Sarabi
Yeah.
while Lekka's in the water experiencing a very fun auditory issue.
Like I'll dive down and see if I can still hear it because that's weird.
It's not going away. It sounds muffled now, but it's not going away. And you guys realize that proximity to whatever this was is not affecting it. So getting closer, getting further, isn't making it worse or better.
Now I'm curious now. Lekka turns around and swims back to the plant.
Okay, you can very much do that, yeah. You pop on out of the water, you climb up a bit, and you sort of move on back to...
I'm still frantically trying to check for bees in case there are actually bees, but you know.
Of course, are you like checking under like leaves and like looking under things, whatnot, and like where the hell are they coming from?
Kind of mean. I was gonna say I'm gonna roll a con save to see if I throw up while carrying her.
Oh my god.
Go ahead. You're gonna have to
Okay.
breathe. You're gonna have to breathe sometime.
I say give yourself advantage just because you smelt it before and you're trying to
I'm
hold your
getting
breath.
used to it.
Yeah, you're trying to hold your breath.
All right, I don't throw up on you.
Nice, you roll a 19 and a 20.
Aldrin valiantly holds his breath.
Well, I'm not really just holding my breath. I'm like, okay, I gotta hold it for as long as possible,
Yeah.
and then I gotta take one breath, and it's gonna suck.
You're trying to find like a good pocket somewhere.
Downwind. Downwind.
Precisely. Going back to that location though, basically under these yellow ferns, you see this wooden trapdoor. It's clearly trying to be hidden. There's dirt and other things on it. And do you open the trapdoor, or are you just like looking at the general area?
I'm just looking up at the plant and then the trapdoor.
Okay. When you get closer, nothing really changes. The buzzing doesn't get any louder. You just see plants and then a trapdoor.
Guess I'll open the trapdoor then.
When you open it, the ceiling of the trapdoor itself is covered in what seems to be lilies, and they're like growing down. And inside is dark.
I guess I'll try to inspect these lilies instead, because that's also weird.
Sure.
Oh, it's my herbalism kit. Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
You can tell that they actually naturally grow this way, upside down. Their roots are normally above ground. Kind of looking at them, you can tell that the roots have actually grown into this trapdoor. And sort of looking around the area where you currently are, you can see these now that you've looked closer, you can see these little strings kind of running through the dirt. And upon like feeling them and then looking under the trapdoor inside, you can see that's approximately where one of these lilies are. So it seems they grow downwards, but the roots grow upward. When you look at them...
So if I look back, like the area where these roots start growing up, is that where we started feeling queasy?
Ish. But now that you're back here, the effect isn't really amplified or anything. This feeling definitely started at least a good 1,000 feet before you came to this area. So you can probably guess, now that you're this close to them, if the effect was amplified by whatever these are, then you'd probably be in some deep shit right now. But it's not getting any worse, nor better. But it's possibly something else causing this. And as you're kind of watching them, you notice that you can hear before you see like a drip, drip, drip. And you see that each of these lilies is dripping something, probably nectar.
Lekka drinks it.
Roll,
He puts it in his mouth.
roll a
Oh,
d10.
God.
Yay! You want to be
Didn't
hidden?
even hesitate.
It's both sweet and bitter at the same time. And it kind of has a little grainy almost. And the feeling and the sound doesn't go away. still really no idea what's causing it. Your head is still swimming. So to all three of you, this one feeling the three of you have all the same is a feeling of nauseousness and sort of an itching. Your skin kind of itches, not horribly, just a little. On top of the thing I told you, and that was once again before you came to this area. But upon tasting this lily nectar, you kind of blink for a second, blink for another second, and you think you see something, but it's just indescribable, and it's just gone, whatever it was. It might be your head swimming, honestly.
Ignoring the plant, then I'll look down into the hole.
All right, you look down into the hole.
Do I still have dark vision? I think. Let's see.
I believe you do.
I do.
Yeah.
60 feet.
Okay. Do you have any?
So I can actually see down it if there's anything down there.
Do you have a light?
I mean, I probably can, but I don't have any fire. I think. Do I have a tinderbox? Probably.
Probably.
I have torches. Yes.
Yeah, say everyone has a million torches. Okay. So there is indeed. Well, no, there actually isn't. It's 8 o'clock. You may have dark vision, but it's not helping you here. There is no natural light.
Throw down a torch.
Yeah, so there's no natural light in this room, so it's just pitch black for you. Throwing a torch down, you actually see that there's a room. The ceiling is completely covered in these lilies, but there is indeed a room down here, a room that was built by someone. This was intended to hide something. There are well-intended stones that are kind of crafted into the walls and into the floor. You see various boxes and barrels strewn about. They're actually well organized.
So when I throw down the torch, is there any reaction to that?
You don't hear anything now. I mean, besides an echo, but no. You don't hear any shift. Nothing responds.
In that case, Lekka's gonna do two things. First, he's gonna take another one of those magic amp flowers just in case.
Okay. Take as in eat it?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he's gonna climb down, I guess.
All right. As you take and consume this flower again, about a minute after you begin to climb down, the buzzing stops.
Lekka will stop climbing and go, ah.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah. Moving down into this room. As I mentioned, you see much closer now. There are many small crates and barrels, and you see that they're actually full of foodstuffs. And there's water, actually. And you can tell from here that it's not seawater. This looks like fresh water.
Oh.
Yeah. There is also some of the crates are color-coded, but it's mostly blacks and reds. But you notice one is teal.
I mean, I'm checking out all the crates, obviously.
Okay. As you look through them, you find good food. It's all stuff that would survive. So if we're someone to come by here, this would be a really good place to hide food and water for people. You notice that folk probably would not see this realistically. Bumping into this would be quite rare.
Lekka will take note of that and steal something while he's here, so eat on his way back. And he's gonna go back to camp.
Before you leave...
Or at least try to catch up with Aldrin and Sarabi.
Yeah, before you leave, roll me perception. As you're sort of pillaging and moving about, you notice when you sort of move one of the crates, specifically the one with the teal wrap around it, you hear a shifting of stone on stone, and it comes from below you.
I drop to the floor and inspect the floor.
As you begin to sort of look around the floor, you notice that there's actually a loose stone right under this crate. It has some wiggle room where you can kind of fit your fingers in. The crate's on top of it, of course, you can't lift it without moving the crate, but all the same, as you look around...
How big is this crate? Would Lekka be able to conceivably move it, or...?
You could push it, yeah. It's your standard, rum crate, basically.
Yeah, sure. I'll push it aside.
Yeah, you're definitely... It takes a second, but you're definitely able to push it aside. And as you do that, you indeed notice that there was a slightly discolored, stone slab under it that is not, welded down like the rest are. It doesn't have, a caulking around it.
I'll try to claw it up.
Okay. As you sort of reach your claws in and lift it up, you see a depression. And inside this depression, you actually see a chest that has a lock on it.
How big of a chest are we talking?
This chest is approximately, about 2 feet wide. It's about 2 by 1 by 1, I'd say.
Oh, it's not too big then.
Not too big, but it's a fair size.
Yeah. Is it heavy?
You go to lift it, and it's really heavy, actually. When you move it, you hear the telltale sign of money shifting around in it. And it's very heavy. It's full.
All right, Lekka rubs his hands and then puts everything back and goes to find his friends.
You begin to walk back into the jungle, and you don't need
Laughing
to.
menacingly.
Yeah, you can hear Sarabi screaming in the distance, so they're very easy to find.
As he gets closer, he'll close his nose.
You smell her before you see her. Unfortunately,
Damn, that's got some range.
it's got some range. On the way there, you notice a like
Actually,
a line.
I'll be casting Gust on cooldown
Okay.
to keep the smell away from me.
As
And
you're doing,
Aldrin.
yeah, as you're doing that along this path to both Aldrin and Sarabi, you look to your left and look to your right, and you see multiple dead bugs and small animals just lying, like littering the floor.
Oh no.
About those flowers we ate.
What about them?
Yeah, they cast this.
They
Eh.
did?
Probably, yeah. Probably side effect. Makes
Can I
sense.
cast spells that have verbal components right now? Probably not.
Yes, you can. You can speak in a language they can't understand.
Did Aldrin eat one of the flowers?
Yes.
He did, yeah.
Oh.
Everyone else was doing it, so I just joined in.
So,
Okay.
two options. You can wait out the effect, or you can eat another one, and it'll go away. Hopefully.
Yeah,
look at
until it
Sarabi.
comes back. No thanks.
Until it comes back. But
Okay,
it might be
I'm-
something else. Maybe. Not sure. I ate a flower. We'll find out, I guess.
Oh,
I'm
we
gonna
out.
try
I'm
to-
not moving another step.
I'm gonna cast this on Sarabi.
I'm clinging
See if
to
the
a tree.
smell goes away.
I'm clinging to a tree.
As she's clinging to this tree, you cast this on her. He speaks in a tongue neither of you understand. It just sounds like gibberish. All this does, from what you can tell, is tone it down, but there's still some stank. It's about half as potent, but you guys are close to her. It is incredibly obvious. At full potency, this was literally killing animals. At half potency, it's awful.
Fine. We'll wait it out. See what happens when it returns to me.
I'll cast it again on her. So maybe I just want her to stop throwing a fit. Jesus.
The second cast doesn't seem to have much of an effect.
Damn it.
I'll just keep casting
I'll just
Gust on her.
pry her off the tree.
Get the stank away.
I'm sobbing and squealing.
Just a bad day.
This is a bad hair day.
Just a little more than
Except
that.
Sounds like
But
it's a bad hair day. I think your hair's fine.
I would probably be using my time because Sarabi doesn't want to go back to the thing stinking anyway to dissect the plants and see if we can find anything.
the ones that you were eating?
The ones that are probably gonna kill me after this.
You begin to sort of dig in and
Like Lekka has no knowledge of how to make antidotes, so you know.
yeah, you're basically trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this plant. One primary thing that you notice is it has a lot of working parts. There are the large green leaves. There's the petals. Like I said, are like they. If you're doing a poinsettia, looks like it's like a fuzzy orange poinsettia, and then they have these little like straggly vines that are kind of jagged coming off. So there's a lot of individual working parts to this. The seeds are also quite evident. They're basically like dead center in the middle of all these like fluffy orange leaves, and you kind of cut, and twist, and you're being careful, of course. You notice that parts of it can be ground down. And you sort of realize, I'll say the one major thing you realize is that if you needed to powder this, it wouldn't be too difficult. Considering you're new to the kit and new to messing with it. It'll take some fine dangling, of course. But if one were to need to dry this, you realize that its general structure is solid enough that it wouldn't just turn to dust and just be useless.
Yeah, so let me guide you through Lekka's current thought process.
Sure.
He ate the flower basically, and it gave us weird powers, but it also gave us whatever the hell this is.
Some stank.
Some stank, some auditory effect, some weird language, I guess, as he looks to Aldrin. So obviously, if the top part is doing that, then obviously the roots are the cure, right?
Is that how plants work?
Sure, in Lekka's mind it is. So he's gonna
Sure.
grind up some roots and give it to Sarabi.
I'm going to resist taking it, just so you know.
Worst case
I'm still-
scenario, you die.
I'm still
Good eye.
taking her towards the boat, by the way.
Oh, fine. I'll give it to Aldrin instead.
He is stronger.
I'll just shrug and take it, I guess.
Ah, yes, the
Now
the
I'm
root
gonna
is a
stink
strong
too.
the root is a strong poison.
Not like this. Well, if it isn't, I fall over dead. You'll know.
We'll say while you're trying to like get this situated, Luck, and you guys are all kind of used to Sarabi's stink as she's clinging to a tree and
He's
just like
trying things.
being
honestly.
really dramatic and just in her corner. Once again, understandably, if I smelled so bad I murdered things, I'd feel pretty bad too. So
That's
all the
fine. They probably
all
deserved it.
all the squealing's pretty justified, I'd say. You gave the root to Aldrin, you said? The ground up root?
Yep.
Okay. So upon taking this Aldrin, it definitely has a different texture. You're not sure if you should wash it down with like a liquid or just like let it dissolve in your mouth. Or
It's
just like,
basically a paste at this point.
yeah, or just like let it absorb in your mouth. You do, and I will say this, you don't necessarily get the full like oomph of the first hit, but it does feel somewhat similar, but just extremely reduced. To the point
Okay.
where maybe you kind of think, all right, is that it?
I just kind of give him a thumbs up.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I'm not gonna try to talk like that.
Don't
Yeah,
get
okay.
your hopes up yet.
Yeah, but you feel as if you can speak again, Aldrin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna talk like that.
Okay. And as you sort of realize this, the Sarabi, I know you're wailing. You notice that your stench has also started to die down.
I will let my wails die down just a little. I'm sniffling pretty hard. I'm not a pretty crier, FYI, just so you know.
Most people aren't.
The mascara is like dripping off.
Exactly.
The magical mascara.
I just like hand you a handkerchief to clean your face off with.
Honestly, Lekka's just waiting for the next hit because he just ate another one, so he's gonna see what happens.
Thanks, Aldrin. And I ruined your handkerchief.
No, it's fine. I probably have more.
I mean, just press the digitators.
You guys are actually fairly close to the boat. But if you guys want to, head back there, you can rest there. You can just kind of, pal down and rest in your tents if you don't really, rest going back there. If you might stink again in the night, totally up to you. You guys do know they're close enough, though.
Well, we gotta go see Ma, so I'm just gonna drag Sarabi up without saying.
No, we can do that tomorrow morning.
No, I'm dragging you up. I'll like put something over you so people don't know it's you. Just shut up.
Okay, I hug it tight.
After you sort of clean yourselves up, it is late. There are still many fires. Some folk are coming back. There's still people working. They're always working 24/7, it seems like. Up till about midnight, Ma is in her cabin, sort of going over today's records and just trying to figure things out, basically. As you guys approach, there are various guards at her door, and they allow you guys in. They notice that Sarabi's kind of like hiding her face and just looks a little scruffier than usual. You guys did just jump into the water and then kind of like pop back out, so you look somewhat rat-like.
Oh man, are my tails gonna give everything away? God damn it.
I mean, you jumped into salt water. Your tails are probably terrible right now.
Yeah, your hair is not going to be great.
Yeah,
They're
I'm sure I can't hide them either.
They're like stiff and scraggy.
Just like curl up into a ball and I'll just wrap you. I don't know, like a weird blanket or something. I'll shove you in my bedroll and just carry you around.
Give her the ET treatment.
Just like over the shoulder sack of potatoes carry.
She gives you guys a quick wave, as you do, and says, "Well, good evening."
Wish it was.
It's pretty shit.
He raises an eyebrow at that. Do tell.
I know
Well.
exactly how to poison my competitors.
Oh no.
She looks from
Lekka
Sarabi back to you
looks
guys.
so weird. Anyway, we found a magical power boosting plant. Sadly, it has some side effects.
Oh, do tell.
Well, as you can see, and I'll point at Sarabi, it causes some interesting effects.
I may look a little crazy.
She looks up and down you and says, "What precisely do you mean?" She just looks, well, sorry, dear, but quite unfortunate.
Well, let's just say you should be glad you weren't there when she smelled.
She narrows her eyes a bit at that and just gives a quick curt nod.
Please don't ask anymore.
I'll leave it at that. No worries.
On the plus side, if you eat more of it, it goes away. On the downside, it's probably gonna come back, which I'll experience in a bit.
Yeah, probably. Actually, with that, go ahead and roll me another d20 real quick, blind.
All right, here we go.
Do I have to roll another d20 as well or not?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
I'm definitely keeping an eye on Aldrin in case something happens.
This one is interesting. I'll tell you in the sneaky room, and then we'll pop back in here.
Sure.
This one you don't necessarily need to. You'll figure it out. Basically, it's not going to happen instantly. You can slowly roleplay into this as you're speaking with Ma. In order to move any of your appendages, you have to concentrate on it directly. Like, you to think, I pick up my left foot and left leg and set it on the ground to move to my current position. It's that intense to move your body, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does that include talking?
I will say no for talking, but you basically can't move and talk at the same time because your mouth will just like, blah, 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 because you have to think so hard to move.
Okay.
So you can basically pick one. Effectively. And we'll say you like slowly come into this as you're speaking with her. So just basically whenever you want to start doing it.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
These side effects are really funny.
Yes, they are.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I think mine's the worst one, for sure.
So the effects will come in any moment now.
I mean,
She slowly nods at that. I assume you brought some with you.
Lekka will slowly, very slowly grab into his pack.
I'll just pat him on the head. You too, little buddy.
I sniff the air just to make sure he doesn't stink.
She is watching the three of you just like, what the hell happened? This has been a day.
The way Lekka is basically grabbing his pack and taking out the flowers is very awkward. Like he's overthinking his every move, one finger at a time.
I just throw the flowers that I had on the table or whatever's in the room.
I'm keeping the seeds. They're mine!
Looking over to Sarabi, you sound like you didn't exactly have a pleasant experience with them.
Yeah. I'm going to share this experience with the next heifer I come across.
All right. Fully understand that, actually. Looking at the...
shouts.
Looking to Lekka,
What?
are you okay?
You see a very, very frustrated look on his face. He doesn't say anything and he just hands you the flowers.
He probably can't talk. That happened to me earlier.
She takes
Potentially
them
drop them.
Okay. She takes them and like you're like, take flower, and she's like trying to grab it. She's like, let go. What are you doing? Let go. And she's just kind of like,
Okay, maybe he's just a little weird.
she takes them and like puts them down and begins to look at them, and then it kind of looks back to Lekka for a moment to make sure you're not like exploding or something.
Give me a sec.
Okay, she nods. All right, and looks back to the flower. She just kind of looks over it and says,
All right, he remains standing.
excellent.
He is very rigid right now. His eyes are very emotive. They're the only thing still moving around quickly. And he looks very frustrated.
Never eating that flower ever again.
He slowly turns his head and just stares at Aldrin.
I pat you on the head.
So about how long did it last for them?
The duration was around 4 hours, and it did naturally.
Stank.
Yeah, from when you guys started to feel nauseous upon experiencing whatever it is you experienced, lasted about 4 hours.
Lekka's contemplating just taking another bite because this is infuriating.
And imagine sleeping. Not even sure that'd be possible, but we'll figure it out.
As you grumble, you see him slowly reaching out towards another flower.
I smack his hand. It'll wear off. It's not worth it.
Also, during this time, Lekka, of course, you feel sick again, and your magical potency also feels a little hampered. This sick feeling is different from the first one.
Over the course of like the next 5 minutes, Lekka just folds his hand angrily and stands there, stiff as a board.
She's very unsure what to think of this, but the last time she spoke with you guys, the conversation did not go anything like this, so clearly you guys had a day.
Yeah, he'll be fine eventually.
And seeing kind of all that, and how many flowers do you guys want to leave with her?
As many as I picked up, which is just a handful.
Yeah, a solid handful, sure.
4 or 5.
Yeah, we'll say about 5.
Not being able to control my hand, I just grabbed a handful. Yeah.
Sounds good. She'll keep about 5 or so, then you guys can take the rest back with you, of course. Looking at them, she says, well, I'm sure outright consuming them probably isn't optimal, but I'll figure out what to do with these. And she nods to Lekka. Seeing whatever you're going through currently, we'll of course take this quite seriously. I can't have my men acting like that, whatever that is. And Sarabi, you
Nod.
seem sufficiently scarred from your experience as well.
Yes.
You don't want to get the stinking part.
Use it on your enemies and don't no one else.
She
There were
smirks at
small
that.
animals dying around us.
It's not my fault.
I'm still eyeing Eldrin, see if he has any effects from the other paste I gave him.
Not that you see, but Aldrin, you do feel slightly, and I do mean just slightly woozy, just barely. But there's no actual like lingering effect. If anything, the down from this is just lasting slightly longer. All right. Well, I'll look further into this, and if you wish to report to me tomorrow when you're in better shape, you're more than welcome to do so. I think the three of you deserve a good night's rest, wouldn't you say?
At first.
If you want a bath, Sarabi, there's one for you. With
Oh, thank God, you're an angel.
She looks over your tails with fresh water.
Oh, I love you.
She nods and says, "Appreciated. Well, the three of you dismissed."
I'm going to scurry out to that bath.
How do you exit the room, Lekka?
Let's see. I take one step. I take another step.
Do we notice him being slow?
I take a semi-normal looking step.
I'm just gonna grab him. I'm
W-
just gonna
w-
carry him like I was carrying Sarabi. If
Yeah,
he's
w-
just being slow.
When you turn to look at him, Aldrin, he's taking not like a baby animal's first step. He's taking a step like, all right,
A robot,
right
basically.
step, like a robot, and then he holds and goes like, "Hell yeah, I got my right foot forward. All right, now left foot. Boom. Hell yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'll just pick
Next
him up.
foot. It's taking forever. It's like, oh my god, stop."
I'll just pick him up and leave.
All right, you scoop up the boy, and the three of you exit. I will say, during this strange downtime, Lekka, it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to sleep. It'll take around, unfortunately, 4 hours for that part to wear off.
It'll take 4 hours,
But it'll
right?
be 4 in the morning when that wears off, or around 4 in the
Yeah,
morning.
that's fine.
So Sarabi and Aldrin, y'all can do what you want to do. That's
I
obviously
have
super early.
plans tomorrow morning, so that's fine. I need an ego boost, and I'm hungry.
An ego boost.
The real question is, where does Aldrin put me?
I mean, I'm assuming we have like our own bunks or whatever.
You do.
We should just go there,
He puts me face down in my hammock.
basically.
All right, and then during this time, when Lekka's cooling down, I guess, Sarabi, you're taking a bath, you're getting some food, you're kind of just like relaxing.
Yes.
All right, and Aldrin, what are you doing?
By the way, before I get food, I'm making sure I don't stink in case it scares them away.
There's a lingering unsurety. You're not sure what it is. You're like, do I still smell?
I
don't
mean,
think I
in
do.
that case, can I overpower it with my pure allure?
Sure.
God.
Excellent.
We'll say, in fear of stank, you're overcompensating. Whatever you
Work-
do, whether it be like perfume you brought with you or just like makeup or something, you're probably gonna overcompensate. I'd say that makes
Works
sense.
for me.
Yeah.
She smells like a brothel.
Works for me.
The entire brothel.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Since I carried her, I will go take a bath as well.
Okay.
Probably just like chill out, check on Lekka every now and then.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say he seems fine, but he hasn't suffocated.
That's good.
That's the start.
I'll like give him a piece of chicken or whatever I was eating.
Will you attempt to eat this chicken? Like, are you gonna wait?
Yeah,
I
I
have
would
to
wait.
consciously think about swallowing, so yes.
Yes, please wait.
Well, you get a little bit of food for later, I guess.
What?
Go give him some water, I guess.
I'll close my windpipe and let it flow. So I don't drown.
Very
Excellent.
carefully drink the water.
Well, watching
Very
Lekka
slowly.
it's incredibly stressful watching him do anything right now.
I'm just gonna sit there and stare at him, see what he does.
As you entertain yourself with Lekka for approximately 4 hours, he does indeed get better, and it's about 4 or so in the morning. So you guys definitely have earned yourself a rest. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say. I forgot exactly how long it is, but I believe if you don't take a long rest every 24 hours, you get exhaustion, or I think you have to roll against exhaustion, one of the two.
It's something like that. I think
Yeah,
you have
something
to
close to
roll.
that.
Most groups don't have to deal with that because they just get a long rest as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you guys are exploring.
I guess sleepy time.
All right, 3 of you can take a long rest. It'll be around noon. After a long deserved rest, the 3 of you feel pretty boogie in the morning. Not great, I'll be entirely honest. Definitely
Can I
better.
talk?
You can talk, yeah. Sarabi don't stink. Aldrin, you can talk. Lekka, both your problems gone.
So, did you have any effects from the root paste?
I mean, it tasted like shit, but I'm fine.
Any
At least I think.
magical power increase, downsides, effects, headache? I'm taking notes, by the way, in my herbalist book.
I'm fine. I mean, I don't feel great this morning, but
I mean, I don't feel great either. I'm pretty sure that's just the effect from the actual plant.
nothing else is really wrong with me. At least that I know of.
So the roots didn't do anything for you at all.
Nope, didn't do anything.
Well, maybe no more eating strange plants.
I mean, we have to know what they do, but you guys can be the guinea pigs. Smile.
No thanks.
I never told the two of you to eat the plant.
I wanted to join in on the fun. It looked like
Yeah, me
Right.
too. And I regret it.
Yes, since you had 2 doses, Lekka, you understand so far obviously the most, because you know the first one wasn't a fluke. You felt magically basically twice as strong, twice as potent, like for the entire around 4 hours.
Nice.
So it was
I'll write that down in my book. I
you
guess.
felt empowered. There was definitely some oomph going on there. It is around noon, and the 3 of you wake. You notice that there are considerably fewer folk on the boat, and people are out and working, as it is midday. The primary groups that are normally here are all gone. They're most likely camping out in the woods now.
All right. As it's nice and quiet, Lekka will use this opportunity to tell them about the secret trapdoor thingy and all the spoils hidden under it.
Ooh.
And I'll look at Sarabi and go, dibs on the chest.
Why, you little. Not everything is yours, you know.
Lekka found it. It's
Ugh.
Lekka's.
Alright, do you guys head
Sounds
back there?
like that. You still owe me.
No comment.
Smile.
Alright, do you lead them back to the area, Lekka?
And this time I'll also take some of the other plants that we found, like the one up top and one below.
Okay.
They didn't really seem to do anything, but you know.
Alright, so you're taking some of the what was it
The
called?
lilies and the weird red, was it yellow flowers?
Yes. I'll go ahead and add that to your inventory. The yellow plant isn't really anything useful. You kind of tinker with it a bit, you mess with it. From what you can gather, Lekka, it was most likely planted there just to signal to the person, hey, I hid something here.
Yeah, just a marker, basically.
As a marker, precisely. As you guys return, Lekka shows you this trapdoor that was under this yellow plant. And in it is a very dark room. It's around 4 now, when you guys get here, so you guys will have like the 4 hours to look here and discover and look at what you need to. And as you're here, it's entirely exposed to you. There's no way around you, and those with dark vision can see decently into the room, as there is a beam of light piercing on in. But any magical spells or torch vision you have could obviously assist you. It seems to be a storage room.
I will do produce flame.
Okay.
I can use it like little lights around me.
All right, are you jumping down there?
Yeah. Are there any markings or just food and storage?
Lekka can answer that,
Why
I
would
mean-
Lekka answer that?
because Lekka found a secret.
Lekka will start pushing away one of the crates.
I look very interested.
It takes a while because the crate is massive.
I'll help.
The guilty look of help me, please.
And he'll peel away the stone that was not entirely in place, basically.
All right, when he does that, he reveals a
revealing small
chest.
chest.
Oh, this is what you meant by dibs.
Yes,
Did you
yes.
did you look inside of it yet?
I'm not good with locks.
Hmm.
However, and he'll like lightly kick it so it clangs. I know what's in there though.
You can hear it's full of gold, yeah.
You know, I feel like Sarabi would be good at picking locks.
Do you have a lockpicking kit on you?
But do you have a
No.
lock
Then
picking
you-
on you?
But I feel like she would be because I mean, how else do you sneak into people's rooms when you're
I mean, that's still a disadvantage.
desperately
roll.
hungry?
Okay. I would
Actually, no,
say-
wait. Since
Yeah.
we went back to camp, I would have come back with lockpicking tools, assuming they have them.
To get in places unknown.
Yeah, and with the information that you gave Ma, if you didn't have it on you, she's more than willing to supply you either with a new set or with a slightly better one. The chest is almost in a space that is just slightly larger than it. So you'd actually need to lift it up out of the ground in order to pick it.
I would have asked them to take it out because I'm small and tiny and can't lift it.
There's no way you can lift it. It is really heavy. You need some sort of tool or something to get out there. And Sarabi, you couldn't do it either.
Aldrin, you big strong man, come lift this.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, what am I doing? Huh?
Yes, lift the chest of coins.
We'll
God.
go over there and try to lift the chest up.
All right, it takes you a second, but you're able to slowly lift the chest out of this hole. And it clangs when you place it down on these stone tiles.
Is it just full of money?
It feels like it. It's currently locked, though.
Well, I'm not.
So, any of
with
you have
lockpicks.
experience with lockpicks?
I have basic experience.
I mean,
Can
I
I-
can try, but I've never used them before.
Lekka does not. Lekka does not look convinced.
Can I take a look at the lock?
You can try it.
All right. Can I take a look at the lock?
Can you look at the lock? Sorry, I thought you said, can I pick the lock? You may look
No,
at the lock. What are you looking for precisely?
I want to see if it's something I've done before, or if it's way above my skill level.
It's not above your skill level, but it'll take some findangling to get into.
I think I can do this, guys.
I mean, Lekka's gonna take a look and see if it's like a magical lock or something. But
Just a lock, yeah.
Oh, are you kidding?
Well, do
we
you want
cannot
to
see
try
it, still
to?
private roll.
Private roll.
Oh, yeah, you're in private roll still.
Did
She
you
rolled a
roll a one?
1. She rolled a 1
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
plus 1, so 2.
Let's say my tools are super old and it snaps.
You say, are you using inspiration on that? Or are you going with it?
Yeah, I use inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll
I will
again.
not use inspiration on my kid, on my chest.
I don't want to be embarrassed in front of you guys.
Oh, no, if you fail a lock
Too late.
picking, yeah, you don't just get to try again.
Oh my god.
Good use of it. Okay. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
with
one
that,
more.
Sarabi, you both break your thieves' tool, so go ahead and delete those. And you also damage the lock.
Wait, so what kind of lock is this?
It's a pretty heavy padlock. Padlock, it requires a key. Only a key, no code.
Can I just like beat the shit out of it?
I'm
until it
just
comes off?
looking. I'm just looking at Sarabi like.
My ears are down and my tails are between my legs. Assuming they
All
can fit.
9 of them.
Oh, I
You're basically standing on them.
want to just try to break it with my mace.
You very much can. You can just roll to hit it, and if you roll high enough, I'll let you break it right off.
Unfortunate.
All right,
I hit the
you
floor.
Unfortunate.
you nick the top of the chest, and you take a little chunk out of it. Your mace is fine, but the floor isn't.
Is it
Yes. I'll do
light
that.
enough that I can gust it upwards?
Gust what upwards?
The chest.
No, it's really heavy.
Through the lock.
Okay. You give it a bang, and after kind of smacking it once, smacking it twice, Robert, you very much seem deep in thought. Are you actually doing something? Or are you kind of just watching?
Who?
You. I hear you desperately searching for a spell.
No.
Yes, do you have a crowbar or something?
No.
Okay.
A lady
Crowbar,
doesn't
you
carry
said.
crowbars.
I don't think I have a crowbar.
Crowbar. Really
Crowbar,
useful.
you say.
Do you have one? Okay.
Crowbar, you say.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
will
looking
say-
at these two guys like,
Yeah.
and I'll pull out my crowbar.
Yeah.
Why didn't
so-
you say you had a crowbar earlier?
Yeah. Why did you say so?
Well,
Alrighty,
Sarabi desperately wanted to pick the lock, and you just started bashing the chest.
Well, I mean, it looked like you can't really pick it anymore. She damaged the lock.
after she
Well,
damages
Wait,
the lock.
wait. Let's
yes?
just say that I've been watching them bang at this thing for like a full minute, and I've been casting mending on Sarabi's lock-picking tools. And I'll give them back to Sarabi.
Does that work?
Technically, yeah. It can feel like
As long as you.
Better than before or the
No.
same?
for the same because like lockpick, it can fix like one broken point, and technically lockpicking tools are just 2/6. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like a mechanism, you can't really mend that really. I mean, maybe, but probably not. But
I think I can
Something-
mend it. I think I can actually mend.
I mean, if you
like
cast it a
lock,
whole
an
bunch.
actual
if you
lock.
cast it like 100 times, yeah, probably. Just but
Yeah.
with something simple like lockpicking, yeah, definitely. With that though, you kind of bang the lock itself, Aldrin, like while you're like smacking down on it, and you're able to kind of loosen it. It's really, really heavy, and you're able to kind of loosen it, but not necessarily get the whole thing off. And Luck is like, all right, clear the way. And he reaches from his pack that just happens to have all the great stuff we need in it. First a chest, now a crowbar. And
I'll
you
like
just
put it in like a crux, and I'll give Aldrin the sign to start doing it because I'm still 2 feet tall.
What do you mean?
I don't
You
actually
look
have a
so
lot of
confident.
leverage.
I believe in you. You look so confident in your ability to use
I
that
mean,
crowbar.
sure. If that's the case, then I'm going to.
with Aldrin's beating on it, like
Sure,
you
what do I
kind
need
of
to roll?
Nothing. You just doubt for a second, like, I can't do this, and you kind of put your weight on it, and it just pops open.
I sit on it and it pops open.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You guys beat the shit out of this lock enough that you're just throwing your weight on it, Lekka, and using this tool is enough to pop it right on open.
See, I believed in you.
And the lock just
Yes.
pops on off.
Open it up.
As you do, you are greeted with a swath of golden coins. On top of
Boy.
these golden coins, you see it's been banged up a little bit, the box itself. So there's other things in here besides coins, and you can see them kind of sinking into the gold. There are
Man.
2 strings of black pearl necklaces.
Ooh.
Next to that, you see 1 semi-tarnished silver bracelet, and it seems to be studded with a stone. There seems to be some other, there's like maybe another bracelet, like you can see half of it kind of peeking out between some of the gold coins, and then maybe something kind of shiny pushing some of the other gold to the side. The main thing that sticks out to you on the right and the left side of this chest are 2 small porcelain doll heads staring at you.
Oh,
That's
not
creepy.
ominous.
I like pick one up, I guess.
But I don't feel
Inspect it a
anything
little
magic
bit.
from this, right?
Not that you can feel.
Why do you have to say it like that now? Now I don't trust it. I mean, I can detect magic, I guess, or detect magic.
So-
I can Arcana check it, I guess.
I'm just gonna pick it up.
Okay.
At least one of them, the one on
Yeah.
the right.
You
Yes.
you pick it up and it's a doll head. Little creepy just because doll heads are kind of creepy, but doesn't
Especially
explode,
these severed skull hands.
doesn't bite your finger off.
It's something
Yet.
weird my sister would collect.
You have a sister?
Yes.
Tell me about her.
No.
Why
Doesn't seem
not?
like
Is
the
she as
place-
wild as you? Did
No.
she run away?
No.
Not the place and time.
Ugh.
I just start pocketing the gold.
I'll just put this one in my bag. Guess
As
I'll
these
save it
two.
for my sister.
As these 2 are distracted, I'm just pocketing all the gold.
I want a pearl necklace. I'll trade you
Just
for it.
toss you one.
Oh, thanks.
As you begin to pocket the gold and take one of the necklace eye, you actually notice that there is there are 2. So there are 2 necklaces. Digging in, Lekka, you sort of notice something as you're kind of just heaping the gold into your pouch or like a bag or something, right?
I'm back.
While you're doing this, you end up grabbing something else, but you're not sure what it is. It glints in the light though for a brief moment.
Oh,
Do you stop to look at it or just
Interesting.
kind of like pop it in? Which
if
one?
it's not gold, what is it? I want to know.
You sort of move the gold pieces apart and you see a giant flawless blue topaz.
Ooh. Wait, topaz is blue, right?
Topaz is blue.
Yes.
Fits
Perfect.
nicely with my skin.
Totally.
Is fate.
I definitely keep that in my pocket.
Gold
Definitely.
wise, Lekka, since you did find this, are you wanting to split the gold with your friends or are you
No,
taking a higher cut?
You can have all the
I'm
gold. If,
definitely taking all the gold. She can
You can
have
have
one of the
gold.
bracelets.
you can
I
have
just
all
want
the
the
gold
head.
if I get the
Actually,
pearls.
she can have both of the pearls.
Woo! Give one to my
And
sister.
Aldrin can have the heads, apparently, because he wants those. And
Well, I
wasn't
only
there
want
something
one.
else?
Yes, as you dig out all the gold coins, you find a total of 3 tarnished silver bracelets, and they're studded with a stone.
Does it look familiar to myself?
It's a white stone, or do you know much about stones?
I more so meant, didn't, what's his name, Lizardface, also have like something stone on his?
Lizard face.
Hrok, that
Didn't
boy,
he also have something on him?
he had a necklace with bright red feathers,
Okay, not a stone.
not a stone.
I'll take it. It's fine.
Okay. These items, you guys can manually add them to your inventory. Just go under preferably loot. It's not a consumable and not a container, so under loot, if you just hit add, you should be able to if you unlock your character sheet. Black pearl necklace, so you can add black pearl necklace, 2 of them.
×2, right?
Times 2, correct. A giant flawless blue topaz. It fits in your clawed hand, Lekka, so it's pretty big. And then 3 silver bracelets with a white stone.
Are these actual items, or do I need to write them out myself?
Go ahead and write them out, and if they change into something, I'll fill out the extra information for you. I will say everything in this module in Hot Springs Island, none of these are 5e items. Hot Springs Island has nothing to do with D&D. It's literally just a play this how you want to play it. So none of these, they have effects, they have things that they do. Not everything does, some of it's just worth gold. Speaking of gold, Lekka, you get 300.
Okay, so a blue
Nice.
topaz and 300
Yep.
gold.
Blue topaz and 325 gold.
So,
And silver
are my
bracelets or whatever?
necklaces common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary?
Just keep it common for now. And then I'll tell you how much they're worth later.
And a silver bracelet?
Yes,
Yeah, silver bracelet with a stone.
a tarnished silver bracelet, and it has a white stone in it. And then Aldris gets creepy doll heads.
Aldris?
Aldrin, sorry. It's too close. I'm sorry.
Yeah, too close.
I did both of those names without even thinking about it.
I'm about to say, did you do that on purpose? I just like realized
Nope.
it.
And I
That's-
just
Hilarious.
No.
No, as you say, as Aldrin just screeches and flies from the sky,
I'm gonna
blasting
equip-
eyeballs and magic at people.
I'm definitely equipping this bracelet though.
Excellent.
I'm now wearing it.
I
It's
guess
beautiful.
I'll wear mine, but like
Actually,
under
since
my-
I'm a tiny kobold, I'll wear it as a necklace.
Oh no. Did you guys find friendship bracelets?
Yes.
I'll put mine on in secret, but like under my jacket.
Okay. Are you wearing yours, Sarabi?
No, wear it right
No.
now. Friendship bracelets. Yes, yes.
Sure, I will.
Friendship
I will
bracelet.
equip it.
How cute.
I'm also going to equip the black pearls.
Okay, that's fine.
See, Sarabi is the type that I would suspect wearing chokers, but
She has one on. God, her neck is so tiny in that art. I just realized that.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like if you flicked her head, it would just like
She would just die.
you'd probably just die. Yeah, that headdress is just far too much. After kind of palling around here, you guys effectively have, to your knowledge, looted everything here. Besides the food, of course, and the water. But
I mean, Lekka's gonna put the chest back with like a bunch of rocks in it.
Okay.
And he's gonna cast bending on the lock so it isn't broken anymore.
where do you get the rocks from?
Upstairs, probably. Like
Great.
just some basalt rocks.
Excellent. As you climb up, go ahead and roll me perception.
Oh, great.
Da, 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 da,
Yay.
da, 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 da. As you kind of pop your head up, go ahead and I'll just roll with disadvantage.
I don't like this.
Something slashes out at you as you pop your head up. You hear it skittering, but before you're able to kind of like pop down in time, you realize this thing has some crazy range. And you notice just above you is a very large, very angry centipede that is approximately 4 feet, I believe. You hear its snapping mandibles as it kind of just like snaps out at you. Ushi Maguchis. Okay. A lot of stuff going on there.
Wonderful.
A lot of stuff going on there. Alrighty. Holy mother of shit, that's so much stuff. Okay, give me literally 1 second. My god. Okay.
As Lekka falls down the ladder, instantly dies.
Alright, first and foremost, that hurt a lot.
You don't say.
Yeah.
What's a neat health bar you got there?
It indeed is.
I definitely am falling down, by the way.
That's fair.
Can I catch him?
I mean, you'll hit. How far down is this ladder?
It's about 15 or so feet. I'd
Yes,
say.
I break my neck and die. This is the end of Lekka. Actually, let me do a deck save to see if I actually fall down or not.
I'd say you say. I'd say you're good.
Sure, I'm hanging upside
Maybe-
down from the ladder down.
Yeah. With your legs?
Yes,
Like your legs caught on it? I love that.
I'm screaming. Ah!
Hey, as he screams, you guys look up at the entrance and you see 2 centipedes that are snapping as they begin to kind of coil around the ladder and descend to strike. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Unfortunate.
One of them is focused on Lekka as it's kind of coiling around and moving closer and closer to him. And let me try to make this distinction real quick. The one moving towards you happens to be yellow. Yes, sorry, ignore their actual colors. I will say the one on the right is the yellow one. Shit, I know they're backwards, but this is important for other reasons. And then the other one is moving towards you, Sarabi. And it's going to lash out at you with its sting. Fortunately, you are able to jump out of the way. You don't take the poison part. So you're only going to take half of the other damage, which is half of 5. As you jump out of the way of this beast.
Are you gonna round down or round up?
Always round down. All right, Sarabi, what you got? This little beast, he's crawling at you. Its mandibles clicking.
This little beastie.
Yeah. You blast this beast with a bolt of light. And you see that you have severely damaged it. It screams out in pain. The bolt doesn't strike it directly, but kind of slides along the length of its form.
Does it take some legs?
Oh yeah, it rips some legs off in the process. They kind of go flying off. And it's screaming in pain, but now it's very much focused on you. And it would like to cause you immense pain, Sarabi. All right, Aldrin.
I can't really. Can I climb up the ladder and smack it while Lekka's just upside down?
Yeah, you can climb up the backside of the ladder if you want, as it's like slithering down to get to him.
I mean, I am tiny. You can stand over me, I'm pretty sure.
Nah, it's fine.
The advantage of being a small race, I guess.
I'll just climb up the backside of the ladder and just smack this thing with my mace.
Hooch Magooch, my guy. Is this our first crit?
It's our first attack crit.
All right, excellent. Good. Our first attack crit. Do you guys remember the custom rule that I had for crits?
I do not.
Kind of.
Okay,
Oh, you can call it out, right?
correct.
Call
So
it chance.
yeah, all right. So basically, you can do multiple things with a crit. Doesn't matter if you're martial or not. Same thing with spells. So obviously, we're just rolling regular rolls for crits now. No more maxed out die because it benefits me way too much and it's far too deadly. It's a little too swingy for you guys, so we're gonna do something that's more fun for you all. Basically, you can kind of add a feat to this. So for example, you can knock it prone. You can say you knock it off the ladder. You can obviously do mechanical things, but you can also do story things. Like I smack it off the ladder and it bounces off the wall, and then etc. etc. You can do things of that nature. Also, before you attack something, you're more than welcome to do the same thing. So you can say, before you swing, I want to knock this thing prone when I attack. I can say, sure, that means its AC is 2 higher, or it's 4 higher, depending on what the thing is. If it's huge, I can say, you just can't knock this thing prone, there's no way. Or it's like 10 higher, you know what I mean? I'll give you some crazy number. Usually it'll be 2 or 4, or something along those lines. So with your guys' spells, you can do those things preferably before you swing. With this, though, with the crit, you just get a free story, whatever the hell you want to do. You tell me, Aldrin, what happens?
I'm just gonna I was aiming for its head, so I'm assuming that stunned it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, with my other hand, grab it and just throw it off the ladder onto the ground as hard as I can.
Hell yeah. You
Hoping
just
the impact kills it.
Nice. So it doesn't die, you smack it off the ladder,
Yeah.
but you can see you like cracked its mandibles. So attacking going forward, it's gonna have disadvantage. And it's not gonna go for Lekka, it's probably gonna go for you. All right, so Lekka, as you kind of right yourself, you can see there are 2 bloodied centipedes, one on the ground that's very clearly dazed, and the other in front of Sarabi. First and foremost, though, Mr. Good Sir, if you could go ahead and roll me a d10. The bite makes you feel something weird, I'll say.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
More of this.
More of this, yes. And you just now notice this, now that you've kind of regained your senses. Your brain begins to kind of swim, and the room begins to spin around you, and you start to feel sick.
The same kind of sickness as the plants? Or...
No, this is different. This is a
Okay.
poison sickness. You can definitely tell. Whatever it bit
Nice.
and injected into you very much is now affecting you. And that spot is burning where it bit you. Your flesh almost feels like it's sizzling. And to the point where you're so focused on this, you spend so long trying to right yourself, you actually can't move or take any actions on this round.
Great.
So you're effectively stunned. Stunned for the
I mean,
round.
It's a good thing that Lekka prepared himself for this,
Yeah?
because he did take the antidote from the quartermaster, but let's
All
hope
right.
it works for this specific potion, I guess.
The beastie will drunkenly kind of just like skitter towards you, Aldrin, and with disadvantage, it will lash out with its fangs, horribly, horribly missing, and just diving past you effectively.
Straight into me and I die anyway.
Unfortunate.
No.
And the other, clearly very angry, will then try to lash out at Sarabi. He's gonna bite you.
Of course he is.
All right, he digs his fangs into you, Sarabi, and you feel the poison begin to surge through your blood as it burns and burns at you. You're up.
I do love burning.
So after it bites you, the poison begins to flow through you. Upon closer inspection, you can see this one has black lines going down its body. They're very, very thick and shiny. Minus the fact that, sort of scrapes some of his hide off. After it bites you and kind of detracts, you ready your spell, but suddenly your limbs feel really, really heavy and numb. You can still move, and you can still cast your spells, but your movement speed is halved.
Am I right in front of it?
You're right in front of it, yeah.
Can I do... Did I just target myself? Don't
You
do
did.
that.
Yes.
Don't hurt yourself, Lee. Hurt the
Can
little shit in front of you.
Do it. Shoot yourself.
Do it.
Quickly, use an AoE
Sorry,
spell and kill me too.
Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach.
Okay.
That works, right?
You can reach it. Yeah, it's right in front of you.
I see.
Alrighty. Wounds are inflicted on this little turd.
I slash out with my very pretty nails.
Okay.
Just ruin my whole hand in blood and gore.
Excellent. Okay, you just tear this thing to pieces. It just it just rots away, and it just chitters out and just and just falls back, and you can just see it and just completely dies. All right, Mr. Aldrin.
I know that one too.
There's a bad boy in
We
front
are
of you.
both clerics.
So I'm technically still on the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Hop down and try to hit him with this.
I say you want to jump down and whomp him.
Yeah.
Okay. You too, my friend. How do you do this?
I'm gonna jump down, grab his tail, or like his ass, because he's technically all tail.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like spin him around with necrotic energy like all over my hand, and parts of him, like his legs, are just gonna start falling off because of the necrotic damage. And then I'm gonna use his body as like a whip to wrap around the ladder and then pull myself out.
Okay, sure, I like that. All right, these things are just completely obliterated. The two of you, though, Sarabi and Lekka, this poison lasts an hour. So it's not just going to fall off.
I think it's continuous poison saves, isn't it?
I think
Yeah, I think
so,
you can
yeah.
make saves constantly.
Yeah, this one you are just poisoned. So there's no saves. Once you're poisoned, that's it. You got to dispel it or poisonous kid it or something.
I mean, Lekka did bring antidote.
You did.
But only the one.
I don't have
right?
it in my inventory. No, I brought multiple because we're in the jungle. There's a lot of
Oh.
poisonous shit in the jungle.
Yes.
I was gonna say I have lesser restoration. I can get rid of that.
Yeah, so
I would first see if this potion actually is effective, I guess. But
yeah, so I will say less restoration spells will obviously work because they're magical. But any like antidotes or anti-poisons she would have would need to be applied properly or they're going to fail. So if you have the poisoner's kit or antidote or something, we'll need to roll that. I don't know if the poisoner's kit's like wisdom or something, but I would go ahead and roll whatever stat that is if you don't want him to use the spell to see if you clear it. And I'll say it's around a 15 to clear it.
This place is kind of dangerous.
oh,
Huh?
I guess.
Only a little bit. It's fine.
I mean, yes.
Bunch of stinky boys.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, you try to put together some sort of concoction, but unfortunately, this it's advanced poison. There's something special about this poison. You're not entirely sure what it is. Go ahead and roll me another D10, by the way, Lekka, while you're kind of putting this together. How close are Sarabi and Aldrin to you while you're doing this?
Well, I just launched
Physically
myself out with
close
this
or
kind of
emotionally
huge sword.
close?
Physically.
I'm outside, I would think, because I
Okay.
launched myself out.
I mean, I
That's
would
true.
probably be in the light, but I'm not sure if I can climb a ladder in my current state, so
So
I'll be sitting below the ladder.
all right, so Sarabi, I'll ask you. While Lekka's trying to put together an antidote for this poison, what are you doing? Are you near him? Are you like walking around the room? What are you doing? You obviously know you're poisoned as well, so.
I would think I'm nearby watching him do it, wondering if he needs help.
Lekka, something overcomes you, and you see red for a moment. You almost like lose control of yourself with your unarmed strike. Go ahead and swing it at Sarabi, who's like right behind you watching. You feel a rage overcome you, and you feel compelled to lash out at the closest thing that is not you. Fortunately, she's no longer wearing her pretty dress.
Nice damage.
Nice damage.
Isn't it great that I have negative strength?
I know, right? And Sarabi, how do you respond to this?
Fall back? What are you doing? I'm just standing here watching.
The feeling washes away after a moment or two, Lekka, and you regain control over yourself.
Heavy breathing. Ah! Stupid poison. Sorry about that.
I gave. Wait. What about the poison?
Might be best if you take a few steps back, just in case.
You guys okay down there?
Oh,
No.
back in the corner. He attacked me. I think it's the poison.
That's not very nice. You guys, you need some help?
Maybe.
If you can, please, yes.
Fine, I'm coming, and I'll go down the ladder.
Such a good bud.
As you get closer, you can see they're both not doing well. They're sweaty. I don't know if you can see Sarabi's injury as easily because she does have quite a bit.
Sweat?
I don't. She definitely is. You look pale, we'll say though. However,
Sarabi is panting like a dog.
like a dog. However, I guess a kobold will look like it's sweating or pale or sickly. You can start to kind of see it on him.
I will use lesser restoration on Lekka. Get rid of that poison.
All right, and as you place your hands upon him, Lekka, you feel a wash of just good feel. He just pushes the sickness out of you,
I guess
and you
I
feel
should do that
relieved.
spell,
Hmm?
I should
Can
probably
you
do
do
that
that?
spell, huh?
Oh
Possibly.
no. Well, you can't do it just if you have it prepared.
Yes. That's the good stuff.
Do you need the spell too, Sarabi?
If you don't mind. I don't want to attack you guys.
Roll another d10.
Again.
Fortunately for you, Robbie, yours felt different. The centipede looked a little different. It wasn't the same guy. but you felt very, very sluggish. Your arms felt heavy, your legs felt heavy. You could still cast your spells, but everything was just ugh.
I see.
Yeah, it would have been rough traveling through the jungle like that.
Here you go, Leica.
So,
It's only 5. Whatever. I rolled a
It's
2.
better than nothing. It's okay. I don't have many hit points.
Oh, and I will
Despite the
say,
fact that I don't know what hit points are.
while you were looking up there, Aldrin, you didn't see any other beasties or animals. Nothing up there.
Did you
That's
close the
good.
hatch before you went down?
No.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you were attacking Sarabi, so
Yes, but we don't want more of them to crawl down.
it's fine. I'll go up first. I will leave, I guess, or do we want to like close the hatch and stay here for a second?
I mean, we can take a short rest here, I guess. The place is supposed to be like a holdout, so we can rest here if we need to.
Definitely can if you want.
what
to.
time is it now?
4.
I mean, if the lesser restoration cured us,
For reference, in case you're wondering, if you guys take a short rest, it will not advance time. So it's only 10 minutes.
can we roll the dice during short rest or no?
Yes.
Hit die, yes.
I think
Yeah.
half of them, right?
For
Yeah,
healing?
the point of short rest is to use your hit die, basically.
Yeah, let's go
Yes.
ahead and take a short rest and then leave.
You're used to being a warlock, where that was like the only thing you wanted.
I know. It
What's
was so
short
worth-
rest even do for normal people?
Oh, lucky.
Very lucky.
It heals a little bit. I guess I'll roll even though it doesn't matter. I only have 2 spells left, so you know.
Noted.
I got spells.
We have potions, it's fine.
After sitting around for a little while, you guys feel definitely better. The poison has been purged from your system, and taking a quick breather has kind of refreshed you. What are you doing with the centipede bodies, by the way?
And we can take them back, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking we
Shove
could
them in the chest.
Extract the poison. But
The chest that you yoinked or your chest?
our chest.
Okay.
I mean, they
Sure.
could go in either of them.
I feel like it's an important
mean-
question.
If you want to take them back, I would extract the. We have files. Yeah, I'll extract some poison in the
Yeah,
files.
but there's no way Sarabi knows how to properly extract poison.
I mean, just jam their fangs into the vials, right? At
Theoretically.
least that's what Leka's doing. So if it's wrong, then he'll die.
If it's wrong, then I guess I'll die.
It's fine. I have a clerics nearby.
Yes.
I have a severe lack of spells, so
Yeah, that's fine. I have
It's okay,
potions.
I have spells.
you have
Alright.
the right spells, though.
I would
I
say,
mean, I have healing spells.
yeah, I'd say for these bad boys, to extract the poison, put it in the vial there. Rolling the poisoner's kit again to extract the poison. We're looking for 12. Anything lower than 12, and well, don't do that. I
Time
trust
to
you.
roll a natural one and kill myself.
Please don't.
Let's go.
Thank God.
Close enough.
All right, you're able to successfully extract poison. You probably don't get as much as you maybe wanted, but not bad. You didn't stick yourself with any of its mandibles or hidden mandibles or nothing sharp punctures your skin. All the poison is in the vial where it should be.
That just make me think of like the meme from all the blood is inside me, where it's supposed to be.
Alrighty, what's the plan next?
Well, it's 9:30. How much further do you want to go?
Basically, just let me know what you guys want to do. Like, what's this next
we
plan?
we can go further.
Yeah, we were gonna keep going north, right?
Yeah,
you
we're
guys gonna
gonna
keep
go to Ogre Town.
Okay, cool. Want to pause here then?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
With the intent to go north back to Pigville in Ogre Town, we will go ahead and pause our session here. Hopefully, there's less or more drug-induced nonsense next time we join.
Give me
Oh,
more.
definitely more.
Definitely
Give me
more. All
more.
right. Well, eat every plant you find, and
Yes.
I can guarantee you have some pretty weird responses.
Perfect.
Perfect. Absolutely amazing. Anywho, we'll go ahead.
Leka, eat some of the poison. No.
Was it really that bad? like it perfectly extracts the poison and then drinks it all and then dies.
mean,
But
all
now
it
he knows.
did- I mean, even if I had successfully hit Sarabi, it would have done no damage.
This is true. It's actually kind of hilarious that you're so weak it
I'm
doesn't even do
harmless.
damage.
I mean, I just scritch her a bit, like
Yeah. You punch her super hard and she realizes she shouldn't take any damage. She's like, how dare you? Oh, never mind. Kind of cute, I guess. It's like punching with Hulk hands.
Yeah.
It's like a toddler trying to punch you.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
Hey,
2 feet
hey.
tall. How much damage am I gonna do?
Kids punching hurt because they don't know how to control their strength. And they don't know where they
Well-
can and can't punch you.
I mean, I guess it depends on how old they are, but
They're also a very specific height and have access to a
Oh,
very
yeah.
specific part of the body. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
I've been punched in the groin by my nephew a few times. He's like, "Hi!" Boom! I'm like, "Thanks." we're wrestling. Yeah, we're wrestling.
Everything hurts.
Anywhoots, we'll go ahead and pause there and reconvene next